What's up? I'm Josh Gwynn, and I'm here to spread the good news that Back Issue is back with a brand new season. We're revisiting pop culture moments we still think about, and this time we're getting into our Season 3 era. If you know, then you absolutely know, and if you don't, that's what I'm here for. We're getting into our Degrassi era, our Silk Press era, our awards speech era, and more. We have so many eras to get into, so pack your bags and stay ready so you don't gotta get ready. Listen to Back Issue, a production of Pineapple Street Studios, available now wherever you get your podcasts.
Did you know that yearly Medicaid renewals will start again soon? This means millions of people who were enrolled in Medicaid during the pandemic may no longer be eligible for coverage. If this may impact you, the good news is you have options. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield can help answer your questions so you can find an affordable health plan for you and your family. We want you to feel confident you're covered. Click to learn more. Policy exclusions and limitations apply. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name of Anthem Health Plans, Inc.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Thanks for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast. Want more? Check out the greatest podcast in all the land, The Podcast. Be sure to subscribe and listen to a brand new episode every Tuesday night.
Unfortunately, what you're about to hear is real. The members of this radio program are simply not that bright, or what some people would call educated. They are merely stupid. They're not trying to offend anyone on purpose. And all have played doctors on TV. You have been warned and are cordially invited to join the party. This is the Men's Room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. You know what they say, shake your radio more than 3 times, and you're playing with it. You're listening to the Men's Room.
And away we go. Welcome to Season 17, episode number 3752. Along with Steve the Thrill Hill, the Ted Smith, and my cock, Montgomery, and you are the Men's Room. What's up today? Once again, we play Big Dummy. Ted's Meat and Potatoes ranks the best in barbecue. We will play Profile This. Plus headlines, a Men's Room shot of the day, fun with listener emails, and everyone's favorite, TV Time with Ted.
Click, clack.
Drinking to drunk. All right, here we go. If you go swimming high and naked in South Dakota, turns out you're going to jail. When getting your eyebrows tattooed, better wish for attention to detail. Fast food workers looking for a slow night tamper with the railroad tracks. After snorting hot rails of meth, Florida man officially cracks. And a Florida man pulled over by cops, he pulls out a 3-foot sword. That is all coming on today's very special episode of The Men's Room.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, today is the day that we play Big Dummy, the game show that rewards you for your stunning ignorance. And here's how it works. You call...
On it.
Ted is way up. Way up. Here's how it works. You call us, we will spin the category wheel. Well, thank you.
Just keep it going.
Mm-hmm. And then we'll ask you a question from that category. But here's where Big Dummy separates itself from your average, more reputable game show. We will continue to ask you questions until you get one right. Because as always, we want you to leave here smarter than you showed up. Now, so far this year, our biggest dummy has been the lovely and talented Danny, who thought a flash mob was a nude beach for mafiosos and found a way to answer 16 consecutive questions wrong. Can you do better? Of course you can. Everyone else has. So give us a call, and off we go on Big Dummy.
Big contestant play Big Dummy. Call 206-421-ROCK. Like the Men's Room on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Men's Room Live. And send those emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com.
The debauchery rolls on. You're listening to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Hold it, y'all. Away we go. Welcome to Season 17, episode number 3752. What a large and in charge program we have for you today. Guaranteed future repeat as the head chef is back. Ted's Meat and Potatoes, ranking the best in barbecue. From the food you put on the grill to the side dishes.
The side dishes. What's the best? Did you do a proper barbecue this summer?
I did not.
Well, there's one thing to do a proper barbecue, and there's another thing to put stuff on the grill.
I've had some things on the grill, but I've not done a proper.
I mean, a steak to me is a proper barbecue, but it's not really barbecue, now is it?
No, that's grilling.
Right.
And I know I'm a psycho about that.
No, but you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, no one's really going to argue.
I didn't put ribs on the grill.
No.
Or on the barbecue.
Right, like this weekend, right, with Roland Smoke. He's back there smoking everything. That's a barbecue.
Damn right.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But also, grilling's great, too. And sometimes burgers and dogs go a long way.
Yeah, but that's back to grilling, for sure.
It is.
But if you're going to have a barbecue and have people over, it's pretty typical to put hamburgers and hot dogs on the grill.
But it's like an alternative for you. I got my ribs, we did some chicken, we did this.
I think
we had hot dogs.
I think you need one cold salad at least. And I think you need maybe some baked beans or some chips or something like that.
That's all involved.
To kind of keep it official, you know what I'm saying? You need the whole spread.
Sure.
Whatever the main course is, you kind of need a big plate with a lot of room on it.
Correct.
That's the most important thing, I think. That way, if there's a deviled egg in there or something like that, you got room on the side of your plate to throw that on there.
Well, and anytime you're grilling or having a barbecue, there's it's not like a 5-course meal. To me, it's like a 2-course meal. You got to millie around, have some beverages, whether it's a beer, Coca-Cola, Sprite, and then you eat the deviled eggs, you're eating some chips. Maybe there's some type of other appetizer.
Whenever something crazy, too, I lose my mind, like smoked chicken wings.
Oh, yeah.
Anything like that. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm going to get into this, too. Whenever there's something a little bit different than you normally have.
Yeah, I mean, I went to a barbecue on Monday. I ate barbecue all weekend.
Yeah, it seems that way.
My contribution was some bison pepperoni and some elk summer sausage.
Ooh, look at you. All right.
Yeah, I got that Montana in me.
Crowd go wild? They like it?
They did. Everybody goes, Mike, I gave you a stick, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of flavor.
Okay, all right. All the best of barbecue coming up with the head chef and Ted's Meat and Potatoes. What else do we have today? Oh, of course, we will jump on over to the Men's Room happy hour as we do more Men's Room Monday through Friday at 6. If you don't have the Odyssey app, download that now. It's absolutely free. Hundreds of channels for you to listen to. Not only that, all of our podcasts are up there. So if you happen to miss an episode of the Men's Room, you can check it out there. If you want to listen to the show anywhere live in the United States of America, download the app. And, we have a lot of people who moved out of town or whatever the deal is, and they say, man, the radio around here sucks. Well, no, it doesn't if you have the Odyssey app, because you can still listen to our show in live time. And then again, if you miss it, download the podcast. And then, as we said, we do the Men's Room Happy Hour for you every Monday through Friday at 6. This is more Men's Room. And as we do every time we play the game known as Big Dummy, when we play Big Dummy, we go to the Odyssey app for a little dirty Big Dummy. So here's what you want to do. You want to download the app. You want to search for the Men's Room Happy Hour channel. And then from there at 6 o'clock, we'll get into a little dirty Big Dummy. Today, we're going to ask you which is not the name of an actual porn movie. So there are 3 that are actual porn movies. One is a name that I made up. So, for an example, I can't say that one. All right, Schindler's Fist. Is that an adult movie or is it not?
Damn.
What else we got here? A quiver runs through it. Bun smoke instead of gun smoke. So one is not a porn movie. The other 3, bun smoke. Yes, exactly. One more for you. Full latex jacket. Is that an adult film or is it not? We're going to find out, and we ask you to play along at home if you could. We'll also do a bonus question on there, which is a sex move normally from the Urban Dictionary.
Right.
And if you guess close, you could get 1 point. You could get 2 points, depending on what you put down, but Dirty Big Dummy is coming up. And today is the day we play the game known as Big Dummy. It's an easy game to play. We spin the category wheel. You're either playing for Team Sober or Team Not Sober. Our biggest dummy so far this year has been Danny. And Danny's been the leader here for about 4 or 5 months, as it took her 16 questions to get 1 right.
And we saw her, what was that, Saturday, right? 4 wide only in the wreckage.
That's exactly right.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I'm friends with her on Instagram, so I was like, Danny, that's what I was like, look, the biggest loser. I was like, I mean that in a nice way.
Yeah, she doesn't seem stupid when we talk to her.
And every time we play the game known as Big Dummy, we like to do a men's room poll. Last time it was all about the cookie. The head chef happened to bring in some cookies last week, some of the more iconic cookies out there.
Right.
But we, on our poll, went to the bottom of the well as far as, look, is there really such a thing as a bad cookie?
Yes.
Well, we took 4 that we could find that we thought, well, these aren't the biggest fan favorites.
Sure.
But you had to pick one that you could eat for the rest of your life. And that'd be the only cookie you'd ever get. And we included on there Nilla wafers, which are not the worst. The Fig Newton, which seems to be a very geriatric cookie, so to speak. Fortune cookies. And, of course, the Danish butter cookie. What is a Danish butter cookie? That is the cookie or cookies that come in the blue tin.
Typically around the holidays.
Yeah, with a tin lid, and you look in there, and they've got a little, like, cupcake kind of holder in there, and they've got a stack of a bunch of different kinds of cookies, but they're all basically the same. They are a butter cookie. So here's how the voting shook down. And if you want to vote, follow us on Twitter at Men's Room Live. The cookie that you did not want to eat, by far, hands down, the fortune cookie. Only 10% of you said, if I could only eat one cookie for the rest of my life, it would be the fortune cookie.
Because it's not good. Like, seriously, if it didn't have the fortune, most people wouldn't bother to eat it, right?
I happen to look forward to the fortune cookie, but I also happen to look forward to Chinese food. Now, living in Fremont, there are a ton of Thai restaurants.
Right.
I do not mind Thai food. Chinese American style food is just a little bit different. Thai food does not give you the fortune cookie. But whenever I get the fortune cookie, I go all in on the worst possible stuff you could eat. I get the General Tso's chicken. I will get, lo mein, egg rolls, crab rangoon. I will hook it up in the worst way, and I look forward to that fortune cookie at the end of my meal.
Right.
And typically, I used to do it too on Sunday. I made that a Sunday tradition.
But you don't go out and search for the fortune cookie. I'm with you. When you get Chinese food, you're excited for it.
Sure.
But right, I never just sit around and go, could use fortune cookie.
Let's get Chinese food. I want a fortune cookie.
It really is. It's in the moment based on what you're eating.
Right.
So 10% of you said the fortune cookie. Coming in at number 3, and here's where the race gets tight. 25% Nilla wafers.
They got a lot of love last week, as I remember, man.
Fig Newton, believe it or not, made it up to number 2, 28% of you. So
get out of here.
Newton. I could not believe that either. Keeps you regular. And the number 1 cookie you'd eat for the rest of your life out of the 4 bad choices, the Danish butter cookie. 37% of you said, yeah, I will take that 10 of cookies. All right, this week on the poll, as you know, and if not, I don't know where you've been living, the NFL season kicks off tonight.
Correct.
The Buffalo Bills are down in Los Angeles, taking on the Los Angeles Rams. Mm-hmm. Should be an incredible battle.
Should be, on paper.
Based on the fact that, if you're into the Super Bowl or whatever, Bills almost made it in. They were close.
They even changed rules to help the Bills out.
This is a pretty close matchup as far as 2 of the best teams last year. And as football season kicks off tonight, people want to know who is America's favorite team. So they did a poll, and there's no real runaway winner in this, but according to a poll of 1,000 adults, it is, any guesses, America's favorite team?
Pittsburgh.
It's actually right there in the name. The Dallas Cowboys. Who
Are
used
they
to be
still?
America's team.
God.
They got 9% of the vote.
I mean, it's been that way for 1,000 years. I just thought they'd kind of fallen off.
Here's where the poll, I question a bit, where did they drop the survey? Chicago Bears were a close second. 8% of the population says
I don't know a Bears fan.
No.
I've met fans.
I'm not sure.
I have met Bears fans. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying right now, of all the people I know, almost every team in the NFL is represented.
We know somebody from Chicago who does not own the Bears.
No, he never even reps them, never even talks about him. He's a Cubs guy.
Yeah.
Right.
VD is, but he's never mentioned the Bears. Like the Bears should be okay this year. Or any comment
come up
whatsoever. You're absolutely right.
I just don't know. We've known a Bengals fan for a long time.
Correct.
And this is before the Bengals were good. Like, I've known Jets fans, and they're an awful team. I know a Jacksonville fan. He's not even from Jacksonville, which is the stunning thing.
Well, Mike rooted on the Jaguars for a while.
Yeah.
So Chicago
That's a good question. Now I'm racking my brain.
Trying to think of a Bears fan that you know.
Right, I like Justin Fields.
Sure. Look, I don't hate the Bears.
Right, I'm with you, but I don't know any
fans.
Right, and there's certain guys on that team you'll watch.
Okay, I know somebody who's a Bears fan.
I know one person who I worked with 22 years ago. It was a Bears fan. She might be the only Bears fan I've ever met in my life.
Same.
That's it.
You know what? We used to work with somebody that I think is a Bears fan because he's from Milwaukee originally.
One thing you do not see.
No, that would make him a Packers fan. Right? My bad.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I'll tell you what. As far as it's almost like it's almost like the domination of the New England Patriots around the country and in the Northeast. You will see a ton of Red Sox hats. Red Sox hats are the flag you fly if you're from Boston, period.
Right.
You'll never see anyone in a Boston College hat. You'll never see anybody in a Bruins hat. You'll never see anybody in a Patriots hat. They are out there. I realize that. The majority of people from that area, they strictly wear Red Sox stuff. Same with Chicago. They have the old school bear logo where the bear's head is on it.
Right.
Other than that, I've never seen the C on a hat that people rock.
No.
I've never seen a Bears hat.
I feel like, though, part of that is just Major League Baseball hats are just better.
Generally, the logos.
Because I feel like even in Seattle, I see a lot more Mariners hats than I see Seahawks hats outside of a Sunday.
It's also called a baseball hat for a reason.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it reps baseball. So we understand.
But you're right. In Boston, you just wear that B and people understand your allegiances.
Yep. All right. So if I can wear a baseball hat with a football logo, would I be weird if I put on a football helmet with a baseball logo on it?
I kind of want to see that now.
That's what I'm saying. Just roll down the street. You know what I mean? I'm an Orioles fan, but I'll just get a football helmet and put the Orioles logo on there. Be like, look, if you're going to wear football and a baseball hat, I can wear baseball on my football helmet.
Yeah, it's like the city reps a different team in their city.
Yeah.
Goes out with the, instead of having the alternative shot green uniforms or whatever, the Seahawks go out in their cracking gear for one guy.
Yeah. That'd be kind of awesome.
That would be cool. Just, you know the towns. You're not going to mess it up.
A Bears fan has checked in. It just says, Bear fans here, bitches.
Sweet.
All right.
Cool.
How have we not known a Bears fan?
Seriously, I'm racking
I'm thinking about my personal life, too. I'm like, wait a minute. I must have grown up with somebody.
I know, but in my
I have a high school buddy that cheers for him now, but his cousin plays for the Bears.
That's different.
In my neighborhood, there are two bars that are sports bars. One is an official Green Bay Packer bar. The other is a Minnesota Viking bar.
Okay.
There's no Detroit bar there. There's no Chicago bar there. I'm not saying that they're not in town, but out of the two sports bars in my neighborhood, it is definitely Packer fans and definitely Viking fans. One has to do with the fact that it's a Minnesota bar.
Someone else says, I'm a Bears fan. I'm originally from Gary, Indiana. Jesus, H. Christ, what a horrible place. I'm a Bears fan, and I'm so mad right now. Hey, man, we're just trying to find a Bears fan that we know.
Right. Green Bay Packers and Pittsburgh Steelers, they tied for third, 6%, so they were America's favorite team. San Francisco 49ers and New York Giants both got 5% of the vote. By the way, the Brady factor did not help the Buccaneers get higher than 3%. Which ranked them lower than Brady's old team, the New England Patriots. They got 4% as far as America's favorite team. Any guesses on who brings up the rear?
Jacksonville
Jaguars.
Yeah.
0%.
Yeah, that's it.
And just so you know, the Seattle Seahawks were in at 2%. So, based on that, and the fact that
Seahawks fans are great. Like, the 12s are awesome. But yeah, you get outside the Northwest, you don't see a lot of Seahawks fans.
Right. 21% of Americans say they are very interested in the NFL. And here's a weird thing that happens, depending on what part of the country you are in. Once you get to about Charlotte, a little bit above that in North Carolina, once you cross down into North Carolina, and then get into South Carolina in particular, everything around you, no one really cares about NFL football. It's not the fact they don't like the Panthers. It is not that they don't like the Titans or that they don't like the Falcons or their Florida teams. The bottom line is they care about Saturday. They care about college football. The SEC is where it's at. But 21% of Americans say they're very interested in the NFL. 42% say they'll watch games this season, almost half. So NFL football, we don't have to tell you this, very popular. So our men's room poll today, you can only watch one for a year. So here are your choices. You can watch NFL football. Mm-hmm. You can watch Major League Baseball. Now, obviously, this is going to depend on your team.
Sure.
Now, if you're a Mariner fan, Major League Baseball, it's going to be pretty hard to not watch them. But you might like NFL football a lot, and your team is the Seahawks, so that's going to be a little bit more.
You want to go MLB.
Sure. College football and college hoops, we've lumped into one. So if you're a collegiate fan, you can watch collegiate sports for the year, everything from the tourney to win the tip-off, and some football as well. And then the fourth category, that would be porn. Mm-hmm. So you can only watch one for a season. Will it be NFL football? Will it be Major League Baseball, college football and hoops, or porn? That is your Men's Room poll. And if you'd like to, you can vote right now if you follow us on Twitter at Men's Room Live. All right, the game is Big Dummy, 206-421-ROCK. Steve, who is our first contestant, ready to play the big game.
You're not going to believe this. It's a Bears fan. Hello, Millie. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Big Dummy!
Hola! Hey, Millie, what's the song? How's it go?
Oh, man, that's about all I know.
Okay. So you're a huge fan. Millie, are you sober or not sober?
Nope, not sober.
All right, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, what are you going to pick here? You can watch only one. Will it be NFL football, Major League Baseball? NFL it is.
Oh, that was easy.
Yep, very good.
All right, Millie, here is your first question. What director died 4 months before the release of his movie Eyes Wide Shut?
Is that Ridley Scott?
No.
Don't say that.
All right, Millie. Next question. If you suffer from pica, P-I-C-A, Do you smell, eat, hear, or see odd things?
Pika. That smell.
See. Eat. Some people that do things like eat paper or chew on cute, all that kind of thing. It's pika. If your girlfriend has pika, is she your peekaboo? Mm-hmm. Okay. Checking. All right, Millie, your third question. What famous work did Michelangelo begin in 1508 and complete in 1512?
That's the painting of the church.
Keep going. You're on the right track.
Some would call it a...
I have a mirror there in my bedroom. What?
What part of...
Mr. Milo.
I don't know.
Is that the second time?
That's second time. Yeah. We gotta be done.
True colors, here are the 7 words you can't say on the radio. Sucker, mother, and please keep those words in mind when calling. Now back to the program.
Okay.
Can't go back to Mel.
Yeah, we're going to take a break.
Just because you whisper them doesn't mean we don't hear them.
All right, you're still on the phone.
Right. We'll come back with a more Big Dummy next. 206-421-ROCK.
99.9 KISW. The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Big Dummy is the game. 206-421-ROCK. Steve, who is our next contestant, ready to play the big game.
Hello, Jeremy. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Big Dummy!
Hello, Jeremy.
Hello, man.
Hola.
Jeremy, sober, not sober?
Not sober.
Welcome to Big Dummy, Jeremy. All right, our Men's Room poll. It's all about sports, kind of. Not all. You can watch only one. Will it be NFL football, Major League Baseball, college sports, or porn?
Better go NFL.
NFL football. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Right there with you. It was a debate between NFL football and porn. It really was.
Yeah.
I just feel like there's other attractive photos I can look at,
there are,
like I used to without porn.
I know, but it's different, Ted. Like when I was when I'm a young teen and all that, my mother would get the Victoria's Secret catalog. And like I made off with that thing when she didn't even know.
Right. Hell, it started with the Sears catalog.
Right, it did. And they had those big, ugly bras that nobody wants to wear to still like to swear. But once...
Looked like a slingshot.
Once you discover porn, I'm like, I've upgraded. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know, getting a heated king-size bed. Like, I don't want to sleep in a twin anymore.
I mean, listen, in this area, all you need is Twitter and just follow some barista accounts.
You're not kidding.
Just Google Tacoma. There's one shop that shows up all the time.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Mike's on it. I can see by his face. All right there, Jeremy. Here is your question. First minted in the year 2000. Whose likeness was on the face side of the U.S. dollar coin?
I think it was a chick.
It was, in fact, a chick, yes.
A small chicken.
Yes, an itty bitty chick.
A peep.
Gosh. I can't think. Nothing comes to mind.
It's either Susan B. Anthony or Sacagawea.
Which one? Which one do you want?
Susan B. Anthony.
Nope, Sacagawea. Susan B. Anthony was on that other dollar coin back in the 80s.
I just couldn't remember the year.
Yeah. All right, Jeremy. Travis Barker is married to which Kardashian?
Oh, my God.
Mm-hmm.
Too easy.
Wow.
Is it?
Yeah.
I came up with this question. I was reading something about Travis Barker. I had to yell down the hall to my wife. I said, who is Travis Barker married to? Like, we're Kardashian. Like, thank you.
The hottest Kardashian.
She is hot, but I don't know who's who. I know what Kim looks like, but you show me any of them, I'm like,
follow the Kardashians very much, but I think it's the youngest one, but I can't remember her name.
I think the youngest is Kylie.
I'll give you a hint. Starts with the letter K.
Mm-hmm. It's a Kardashian. It's not a Jenner. I'll give you that.
Yeah, it's one of the Kardashians.
But she's not the youngest one, I don't think.
Oh, well, then I'm wrong anyways. I don't know.
Is it Courtney?
It is Courtney.
Well, she starts with a C, doesn't she?
No,
nope.
it's K.
All of them are Ks?
All of them are Ks, yes.
Interesting.
They went K, K, K. No message there.
Huh.
Then they hook up with NBA players. Backfired. All right. Your question, what state borders Alabama to the north?
Alabama to the north.
Mm-hmm.
But I couldn't point out Alabama on a map, unfortunately. But
just volunteer an answer.
Tennessee.
Oh,
nice.
A hint.
Ted, I thought for sure you would jump on that. That's like your kind of hint. I even thought of you when I'm like, just write down a clue.
And I know Tennessee and Alabama play the third Saturday in October every year.
You know that.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Damn.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-421-ROCK.
I don't like this guy already. Hello, Ted. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola. Ted, are you sober or not sober?
I am sober. Just got home from work.
All right, Ted, welcome to Big Dummy. What are you doing there when you can watch only one? Will it be NFL football, Major League Baseball, college sports, or porn?
Well, porn's good, but NFL all the way, man.
NFL football it is.
You know, if I'm an NFL player and I'm hearing this, you have to be feeling real good about yourself.
I'm better than boobs.
Right. Wait, I mean, see, when you say it out loud, that's not right.
Yeah, I mean, but you can spend a whole day watching NFL football.
I can spend a whole day watching boobs.
Yeah, but they won't let you.
That is true. Actually, you know what, to be fair, if I'm watching boobs, I only need 10 minutes, right? The NFL, I mean, it's all day.
Yeah, I mean, anymore, right? Because it's not like you got to watch a movie and fast forward through it. It's just clips. Like, yeah, I feel like 10 to 15 minutes about the most you watch.
That's all you need. You can do it during halftime.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a halftime show right there.
Yeah. Ooh, wouldn't it be? Put me up on the Jumbotron. So you can finish first. Go.
Just do OnlyFans with that.
Right.
Every single halftime. I'm going to put on a show.
The OnlyFans halftime show.
Wait till we get to the witching hour.
Yeah. Oh. Scott Hansen said it. Time to go.
Wins become losses. Losses becomes wins. And Ted ends up.
Yeah. We're going to look back at every session from all the games.
Right.
Octobox. 4 games, 4 dudes.
Look at this guy. What is he doing?
Oh, he's standing now. I haven't seen this technique in 10 years.
From the side. Look at that.
All right, Ted.
Oh, he's being fancy. He brought out a real towel.
Oh, he did that. All right, Ted, here is your question. The tarsus and the metatarsus are part of what body part?
It's either fingers or toes. I'm going to go with fingers.
Should have gone toes, part of your feet.
Dang.
All right, Ted, 50-50 shot on this. Yes or no? Do platypuses have nipples?
Oh, God.
Don't tell me you never thought about platypus nipples.
Well, not recently.
Okay.
I mean, they're mammals, but they lay eggs. I'll say yes.
No, platypuses do not have nipples. So stop searching for it and you're Googling
They
it.
actually, they sweat the milk out of their glands.
They get sexier and sexier.
Yeah, that's how they feed their young.
So what, just any, like, are they covered in milk,
Pretty
basically?
much.
So the little one can just lick mama
Wherever those glands are, they just go to their gland.
But they're nipple-free. Thank you, Miles, for that question. I would have never known whether or not
Well, it's important.
a platypus has nipples.
I mean, they don't always put that on National Geographic.
Why don't they put stuff like that in your portrait?
has no nipple.
Look at this nippleless mammal. Okay, do whales have nipples?
No.
Like a mastectomy.
No, whales have to
don't have nipples.
They gotta have nipples.
Well, I guess they
You give
do.
a live
They milk,
birth.
right? They
Right.
milk
Yeah,
their
they got-
calves.
Right. I milk my calf. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know where you would find the nipple on a whale. But it
I'm
has
going to
to
say,
be
it'd
massive.
be great if it was on its back.
Right.
Can you imagine trying to find a nipple on a blue whale? This would be like on a slip and slide.
And how big it must be. What do you got, Mike?
I'm reading up on it.
What did you ask? Do whales have nipples?
I'm reading up on it.
First, I typed in whale nipples, and I had to, and then it did bring up how do whales breastfeed underwater. So I'm trying to read through there.
If any of us ever get in trouble in here for any reason, they go to look at our Google search.
Many whales have inverted nipples hidden inside mammary slits. The calves nudge the slits until the nipples come out.
That's hot. I don't know about anyone else, but I have an erection.
Using their U-shaped tongues, the calves latch onto the nipples. The mother pushes the milk directly into the mouth of the calf, so basically injects it into their mouths.
You ready for a milk injection?
You know what? It sounds like a plane refueling in air, like a jet.
Yeah. Sperm whales release milk into the water, which their calves drink.
That's
Blue
lazy.
whales have nipples that are covered by folds of skin in order to make their bodies sleeker in water.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to costume us on that bad boy.
Yeah,
Hey,
maybe.
get off there, man. I got to feed a kid.
I bet you do.
He keeps getting bigger.
All right, Ted, your question. Name any one of the 3 iPhone models released in 2017.
The iPhone 10?
Oh, no. We have the iPhone 8, the iPhone 8 Plus, or the iPhone X.
I'm a Samsung guy, so no idea.
All right, what units are ship's speeds measured in?
Can you repeat that?
What units are ship speeds measured in?
Speeds?
Speeds. So if I'm
Ted's mom almost choked on one.
So if I'm on a boat and I'm radioing to you how fast I'm going, how would I explain that?
Oh, those are knots.
Those are knots.
There you go.
There you go.
All right, one quick question for you, Ted. Which is longer, a mile or not?
I'm going to guess a knot.
All right.
A double winner.
Nice work.
You have it together. A knot is 1.5 miles.
Huh. Okay.
And they said the reason, because I was like, why do they do that? And they said to account for the curvature of the Earth.
All right. Makes sense.
Right. Once I read that,
the Earth is curved?
The Earth.
Too bad it's flat.
The Earth is curved?
Wait till they find out.
Dummies.
You dumbasses.
Let me ask you this. If I sailed to Australia, who was that who just said that? It wasn't too long ago.
What's that? Was it
was somebody who, yes.
So wait, what did they ask?
They basically said, look, I've been in a boat to Australia, and I can tell you right now, it's still kind of flat. You know who it was?
Jesus
It was Shaquille O'Neal.
He's still on that.
He's still on that. I'm almost positive it was Shaquille.
World's still kind of flat.
Hey, look, I was on boat. He's a smart dude, too.
Is he?
Well,
we never tipped or nothing.
Sometimes. Game is Big Dummy 206-421-ROCK. Oh, my God.
Good Lord. Hello, Gabe. Welcome to the men's room.
Hello, hold on.
Hola.
Gabe, sober or not sober?
Painfully sober.
All right, Gabe, welcome to Big Dummy. Our men's room poll. You can only watch one. Will it be NFL football, Major League Baseball, college sports, or pornography?
I'm a Mariners season ticket holder, so I got to go baseball.
Well, you're already there. Right. And you're there half the time.
I would also say, for the record, like hockey and soccer fans, trust me, we talked about it.
We debated. We just went, what are the most popular televised sports? And that's why we picked these.
I will also say this, as a hometown guy on this one, for me, just nostalgia-wise and how I started my radio career, there's something really special about listening to a baseball game on the radio.
That's
I agree.
That's good.
So if I picked any sport that I could listen to that way and still be able to catch it.
Oh, baseball's easy.
And I'm not saying Rebel doesn't do a great job. He does. I'm just saying those.
But I'd rather see the football game.
Yeah, there's just some, right, correct.
I'd rather visually watch that.
I think sometimes, too, it's just because it's summertime. You know, like me and my buddy Brad a couple summers ago, we're driving to the dump in an old beat-up, or, in an old pickup truck. We're listening to baseball, and he looks at me and goes, this is America. I was like, you're damn right it is. This is summer afternoon. We're going to the dump, listening to baseball on the radio.
Boy, that sounds like a hot date.
Just headed to the dump,
But you know Brad and I were fired up when we did it.
Oh, of course. All right, Gabe, here's your question. What was the name of the plane that dropped the atomic bomb on Nagasaki?
Ooh. The name of the plane, I have no idea. I know the bombs are Fat Man and Little Boy. I don't know the name of the plane.
Correct. Fair, at least you know that.
Enola Gay?
Boxcar.
Boxcar.
I think one may have done Hiroshima, the other did Nagasaki. All right, your question. What is Ralphie's father's name in A Christmas Story?
Oh, that is a good question.
The only hint I can give you is don't overthink it.
Is it Ralph?
Ted, any guesses?
I'm trying to think, because when he lights up the leg, I feel like maybe one of the neighbors says, hey, what is that? And he's like, it's a major award.
He's actually never given a name.
Oh, he's not?
He has no name. You can watch that entire movie.
Right.
He is never he's Ralphie's father. That is who he is. That's it.
Rude.
I know. I had to ask the
But
question.
that's what I've seen that movie so many times. Like, right, they never do say his
They
name.
never say his name. And I want to say, even in the credits, it's Ralphie's father. All right, Gabe, you still there?
Yeah, oh yeah.
All right. Your question. How many states end with the letter N?
N.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy.
Miles is on it. These are the kinds of questions he loves. You live in one of them. 2. Did you miss that, Mike?
Yeah, so did Miles.
Okay, you got Washington.
Yes.
There you go.
Come on.
I'm taking air.
I know.
I gotta go 1. I'm going 1.
2.
What's your guess?
Oregon, Washington.
Oregon.
Trying to think of the others.
Virginia?
Ends with
End
N.
with the letter N. That's just saying words now.
Hold on.
Come on. There's 4 of them.
Oh, wait.
New Mexican?
Michigan.
Michigan. All right.
Wisconsin.
There you go.
All right.
Michigan, Washington, Oregon, and Wisconsin.
Wow. Mm-hmm. That'd be a good home series for all 4 of those teams.
It really would be. Yeah.
They do them, don't they?
Washington has Michigan State this year. I don't know, Oregon. Somebody's playing Wisconsin.
Is it Oregon?
Well, Minnesota definitely will. Right? Golden Gophers? So those two states do battle.
Oh, yeah.
As far as home and away.
Right. All right, your question. What 1980s TV show starred Bruce Willis in a detective agency? I'm old enough that that's how I was introduced to him as an actor.
Die Hard, the TV series.
Ted got it. Was it with Sybil Shepherd? Is that
it was?
Yeah, okay. That's how I remember it.
Or should I say Sybil Shepherd? Oh, God. Have you heard her lately? Man, oh, man.
She sound like Nina Blackwood.
Yeah, times have changed a little bit.
I'm Nina Blackwood.
I enjoyed
sometimes when I talk, people think I'm Joan Jett. For real, rock and roll.
What was the name of it? Moon, what was it?
Moon
River.
Moon.
If the moon was made of cheese, what'd you eat?
What was your guess there?
Was it moonlighting?
Yeah! There you go, man.
Very good. Nice job.
Well done.
Okay. All right. Game is Big Dummy 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, Nick. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola. Nick, are you sober or not sober?
Sober.
Nick, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay. You can only watch one. NFL football, Major League Baseball, college sports, or porn.
I'm going to go with the football. Nobody has porn parties.
Okay.
Well, not anymore. When we first got a VCR, we sure as hell did. By the way, someone... Are you reading that?
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
They talk about Maine?
Yeah.
Maine is not spelled M-A-I-N.
They say, hey, man, there's 5 states that end with the letter N. You forgot Maine. M-A-I-N.
Oh, my God.
It ends with E, dude.
You're thinking about your main vein.
I didn't realize Wazoo's got Wisconsin this weekend.
I know. That's popped up as well. Yeah. All right there, Dick. Here's your question. What part of a wine bottle is the punt?
Nah, man, the E's silent.
Is it the neck of the wine bottle?
Is it a little thing that sticks up in the bottom?
Yeah, it's that. Yeah, that weird indentation at the bottom.
What is that called?
A punt.
Punt.
Okay.
Punt. With the
Nick
P.
has a square cut punt.
Right. By the way, our main guy, he checked back in to say, scratch that.
Oh,
Maine.
Yeah.
If he gets Maine, I want Virginia.
I know.
And West Virginia.
Oh, my.
And Texas. Jackson.
There you go. All right, Nick, your question. Before being renamed, what was Mumbai called?
I don't know. I can't even guess.
Bombay.
Oh,
it was Bombay.
Bombay sounds better to me.
I agree. I don't know why they changed it. But, Nick, you did so well in that question. Here's one for you. Before being renamed, what was Beijing called?
Oh, man.
There's actually a dish at some Chinese restaurants that have this name in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you were to order it.
Szechuan?
Come back. I'm saying Szechuan is actually a province there, I believe.
Tandoori.
Nope, that is Indian.
That's Indian.
That's
dude.
chicken,
My
dude.
bad.
That's chicken.
Virginia Ted there just got all up in your about that. That's Indian, man.
Jeez, have you never been to Asia, Mike? Very cultured in my food.
Come on,
What
man.
was Beijing?
When we were born, I believe it was still this name.
Was it more like? Sorry, was it more like?
No.
No, Singapore's a country. Was it more like American?
I know.
No, I want to say this is authentically Chinese, and if you were to order this, a lot of times they would ask you to order it like 24 hours in advance.
Peking.
There you go. Peking.
Peking duck.
Okay.
I always thought Peking duck was a duck who was like staring at you through a window. All right, Nick.
I always thought he was the king of going.
Yeah. Hang on the line there for us, Nick.
More Big Dummy coming up, 206-421-ROCK.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Thanks for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast. Want more? Check out the greatest podcast in all the land, The Podcast. Be sure to subscribe and listen to a brand new episode every Tuesday night.
99.9 KISW. We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
All right, time of the game is Big Dummy, 206-421-ROCK. I believe we still have Nick on the line.
Yes, indeed. Hello,
Waiting
Nick.
for Team Sober. And, Nick, I got you question number 4.
All righty.
You got your thinking cap on, Nick?
I do. I'm ready for this one.
All right, here's your question. Which U.S. state is home to the Hopi Indian Reservation?
I don't know. South Dakota.
Arizona?
Arizona.
Huh.
All right, Nick, your question. How is rock star Vincent Furnier better known?
Oh, man.
He's been around for a long, long time.
I don't know. Is he Sting?
Yes, he does. He's a singer. Basically, just goes by his name.
What did you say? Is it Sting?
Yeah.
Oh, you said it's a Sting.
It's Alice Cooper, I believe.
Yes, it is. It is Alice Cooper.
Is that rock knowledge, Miles, or golf knowledge?
That is rock knowledge.
All right.
Yeah. But I bet, he's probably legally Alice Cooper now. I would have to think after all these years.
You think? I think it'd be easier to go Vincent Furnier just because it's...
I mean, do you think Elton John is legally Reginald Dwight or whatever his name is?
His name's Reginald?
Yeah, Reginald K or Reginald F. Dwight, something like that. Reginald. Reggie,
before he comes out of Vegas. Reggie.
I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
I don't go by Reggie anymore.
I've been to Elton for years now. All right, your question.
Billy Joel isn't here.
What do you think Billy Joel's real name is? I'm going to guess William Joel. What classic book inspired the name Starbucks? Is it William Joel?
Classic book.
Uh-huh. You may have had to read it in school.
Lord of the Flies? I don't know.
The Little Mermaid.
Moby Dick.
Okay. Thank you for using your blinker, Nick. We all appreciate that.
Oh, yeah. I love it.
Yeah, but the problem is this. He's not turning.
No.
He's just that guy in 5. No one's quite sure if he's going to change
He's
lanes.
merging over. No, he's just driving.
No, he's just
driving in that lane with his blinker on.
I like the people that put on their blinker to go left and then make a hard right turn. Like, no, you don't just randomly do it.
Oh, God, I got behind one of those Mini Coopers.
Yeah.
That have the British flag edition on their back. So when the right blinker turns on, the arrow for the British flag makes it look like you're making a left turn.
Really?
It's the damnedest thing you've ever seen in your life. The right blinker points an arrow going left.
Why would they do that?
I don't know.
That doesn't make any damn sense.
It's very confusing.
All right, your question. What does UFC stand for?
Ultimate Fighting Champion?
There you go, Nick.
That was quick.
Is it champion or championship?
I'm going to give it to him. Mm-hmm. Championship.
Yeah. Game is Big Dummy, 206-421-ROCK.
Get it right, dude. Hello, Joe. Welcome to the bedroom.
Liquor and whores.
Liquor and whores. Joe, sober or not sober?
Well, I just got home from work, so I am sober right now, but 5 minutes from now, it won't be that way.
Okay. All right, Joe, you get to watch only one. NFL football, Major League Baseball, college sports, or porn. What are you doing?
Well, being that sports is seasonal and porn is like all the time, I went with porn.
Porn.
All right.
Okay.
I'm not shocked by that. Hey, Joe, let me ask you this. Is George Thorogood not the most down-to-earth, normal person that you've ever been around?
You know, I heard your guys' description, and they use Gary Busey as a relate. Oh, I so see it. I mean,
they're like the same person. We had no idea what we were getting into until we met them, and we're just like, uh-oh.
One day, Joe, there'll be a corn tribute band, and they'll go by Porn.
There you go.
Yeah, you won't find me in the crowd.
Porn on the cob. All right, here's your question. 1, 2, 3, or 7. How many countries on Earth do not use the metric system?
1. That would be us.
3.
There's the United States, Liberia. Liberia does what we do, basically, with anything, and then Myanmar.
And also Algonia, but most people...
And Algonia, but yeah.
They do both.
They're going through a revolution right now.
Okay.
All right, Joe, what is the imaginary line that runs from the North to the South Pole?
The imaginary line?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God, what do they call it?
Is that the one that runs through Greenwich?
What do they call that? The international date line?
I know what you're saying. Not that. It would actually be the axis. Run from the North Pole to the South Pole, right?
Okay. Well, the date line does the same thing, but hey, it's not the answer you're looking for. So.
That is correct.
This is not the answer you're looking for.
What is the one that runs through Greenwich, England?
I believe, isn't that the internet? Is that the international date line?
The international date line technically would be in the Pacific Ocean.
Pacific Ocean, yeah.
So
they say mean Greenwich time.
Or the, what is it?
Prime Meridian.
Prime Meridian. And what does that mean?
It's the major
imaginary line, the North Pole to the South Pole through Greenwich, England.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, good for them. I'm glad hey, let's draw a line. We'll be famous.
Right.
It says it's an arbitrary meaning. It could be chosen to be anywhere.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it could literally be any one of them. They just picked that one. All right, Joe. Who is the author of the epic poem Paradise Lost?
All I could think of is this line out of a Tim Curry song. It says Paradise Lost for a capital gain. Robert Frost? I didn't think I was going to get that right.
Paradise Lost.
Mm-hmm.
Hunter S. Thompson.
Nope.
Tolstoy.
John Milton.
Oh, John Milton, of course.
John Milton.
I don't know what he's up to these days.
Can you name anything else that John Milton has written? I've only heard of John Milton because he wrote Paradise Lost.
Sounds like your neighbor.
It does.
Is that why
John's a great guy. Milton family, they're awesome.
Is that why Milton Washington is named Milton?
Let's just say yes. Probably not, but I'm going to run with that. All right, Joe, what does ESPN stand for?
I'm going to go with Entertainment Sports Programming Network.
You go with the right name. Nice work. Nice work.
Hey,
That's
thanks,
it.
guys.
Yeah, man. Take it easy, brother. Game is Big Dummy, 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, Justin. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Justin, team sober, team not sober?
Team sober.
Welcome to Big Dummy, sir. Our men's room poll. You can only watch one. NFL football, Major League Baseball, college sports, or porn.
Just for the rest of my life?
Seasonal. Go with that.
Seasonal? I'll go, you said NFL?
Porn is every season.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great. In NFL?
NFL.
NFL football. Okay.
I mean, again, with the NFL, you can just Google pictures of the cowgirls.
That's true. Who says that done already?
Shouldn't porn have a season? Like, all fall sweeps and, like, the new shows come out.
They could be seasonal.
Yeah,
right.
they release like 20. Like Disney Plus has got that big day coming up, Maybe the adult entertainment world could just have one big day.
I'm willing to bet Pornhub has a day.
It's like Amazon Prime
sure
Day,
does.
but,
Right. All right. Here is your question. Santo Domingo is the capital of what Caribbean nation?
Oh, boy.
Miles has been there several times, I believe.
National
Twice.
Pornhub Days on the 15th of February, Ted.
What's that?
National Pornhub Days on 15th of February.
That's better than National Cupcake Day.
You notice right after Valentine's
Day after Valentine's Day.
We know what the other day is. Involves a steak. You don't have to tell us.
Yes, we know.
I don't know, the Bahamas.
Dominican Republic.
That is correct.
Matter of fact, I just read a story today about 10 guys. Mm-hmm. They wanted to do their NFL draft someplace special.
Okay.
So the 10 guys in a league, they all bought tickets and went down to Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic at an all-inclusive resort and
do their fantasy football draft
down there.
That's awesome.
That is actually a great idea.
Why not? Get a little vacation out of it.
All right, Justin, here is your question. The Yukon River flows through which U.S. state?
Yukon.
Home of Yukon Cornelius.
And Jack.
That's the only thing I can think of.
Who's Jack?
Yukon Jack.
Oh, Jesus.
Fine purveyor
Yukon Jack,
of delicious
yes.
alcohol.
Wyoming.
Alaska. You got to go to the Yukon.
Doesn't Red Robin call their chips like Yukon Gold chips or something?
There's a Yukon Gold potato.
All right.
So, yes, that would be from the Yukon potato.
I wish I could read what this texter said. You're talking about your seasonal porn, if you will. Well, there's a very popular saying in the Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And if you change the spelling of one word, that'd be...
Needless to say, the season is winter.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I even told him. That's funny stuff. That is well done.
I feel like you definitely watch more porn in the winter.
Well, yeah, because you're home.
You're home and everybody's all bundled up. Yeah. Like in the summertime, you can just take a mental snapshot of somebody on the street and go home.
Yeah, that is correct. Well, you see more, you know?
Yeah.
All right, Justin, your question.
Sorry. I'm all fired up.
What is glass mainly made up of?
Glass. Sand.
Sand. You're eating sand.
How do we have a glass shortage?
Well, we're running low on sand.
In the world of like skyscrapers and all that kind of thing, at least last year, they're like, man, oh man, all these modern buildings are almost all windows, running out of glass. And I just keep thinking to myself, man, there's like deserts everywhere. I know the primary ingredient is readily available, so I don't know what's going on with that.
I always think about that Raising Arizona line where they're laying down in the bunk beds and the guy below them says, and when there was no crayfish, we ate sand. Nicholas Cage goes, you ate sand? We ate sand.
Big Dummy! Hello, Julie. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Julie, are you sober or not sober?
Not sober.
All right, Julie, welcome to Big Dummy.
How many Bud Lights have you had?
At 4 today.
Oh, look at that. Somebody's getting a little jump.
How many times have you peed?
I haven't peed yet.
Oh, Julie, here it comes. You're going to spray the whole bottom of the lid. All right, men's room poll. You can only watch one. NFL football, Major League Baseball, college sports, or porn. Where are you going?
Toss up between two, but I'm going NFL.
NFL football. Okay. I'm assuming you're a Seahawk fan?
Not this year, but...
Oh, come on. That's not how it works.
You still got to cheer for them,
exactly.
even though they're going to not be good.
Well, you don't know.
No.
I mean, I kind of know, but...
We know.
By the way, people are clearing me up on the sand thing. It's a specific kind of sand, the silica sand. Ooh. Now, where do we find silica sand on this planet? Like, where's the country that goes, we got the sand you're looking for?
Silica means like, that might be the bottom of a lake. Like very fine sand.
Ah, okay.
So something you would dredge for, or something that you would find like in a river, maybe.
That is exactly right. It's taken from naturally occurring locations such as beaches and riverbeds.
Okay, well, now we know. All right, Julie, put down that Bud Light and see if you got an answer for this one.
I'll try.
I know you did not put it down. I have no doubt it is still in your
it's
hand.
in my hand, actually. Yes.
All right, your question. Marzipan is made up of which ground nut?
Ground nut?
Ground nut.
Ooh.
It's when I lay naked on the golf course.
Marzipan. Almond.
Hey.
Oh, bam, one and done. You know you're nuts.
But wait. If you're going to go one and done, then you get a true or false question.
Oh, excellent. Okay.
Unfrosted Pop-Tarts have more calories than frosted Pop-Tarts.
I'll say no.
Actually, it's true. Believe it or not, it's true.
Get the frosted.
Get the frosted. The whatever you call it.
The crust.
The crust. Thank you, Jesus. It's so much thicker on the unfrosted ones and ends up having more calories.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why does anyone get unfrosted Pop-Tarts? My parents did that once, and I mean, we're like 8 years old. I'm just like, dude.
The only reason I can think of is that there are certain varieties that don't have a frosted top. Like there's the chocolate chip cookie one or whatever it is that doesn't have an actual frosted top. It does have like a little
squirt of goo in the middle.
On the top. It's got like just a little run of chocolate there on the top.
Okay, all right, but that's still frosted.
They do have strawberry unfrosted.
That's the Pop-Tart presentation, Mike.
It well,
yes,
of course.
It's the drizzle.
It's the drizzle. That's the word I was looking for.
Yes, exactly. KBS Big Dummy 206-421 Rock.
Jesus God
almighty.
Marshall.
Hello, Scott. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Scott, sober, not sober?
Sober.
Scott, welcome to the program, and Big Dummy. All right, Scott, our men's room poll, you can only watch one. Will it be NFL football, Major League Baseball, college sports, or porn?
Got to be Major League Baseball at this point. We're really bonding with my son over this.
Oh, cool. All right. Nice. Very nice.
How old's your kid?
He's 14.
Okay. So you're bonding with your kid watching baseball. You are not a Pittsburgh Pirates fan. Or a Reds fan.
Also, if they're bonding over Mariners, this is probably new for them.
Yeah. Well,
finally.
I've never actually spoken to him.
Years of the Mariners.
Yeah.
Has he ever known the Mariners to be a good team or be a competitive team?
Or have you?
No.
Yeah, I mean, think about your
I
40s.
have, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It was the late 90s.
I always wonder about that, right? So your kid's 14, decent age for a kid. You live in New York City. Your parents are Jets fans. Like, from your perspective, you've never known your team to be good. You're a Dolphins fan. You've never, ever known your team to be good.
You're a Browns fan.
Well,
but they were close.
He only just became a Mariners fan. For years, he was a Toronto Blue Jays fan. So
why? How?
Because, all of Canada comes down to the field when they play in town.
That is true.
And we got there late for a giveaway, and one of their fans gave him the poster, and from that point on, he was a Blue Jays fan.
It's also, I say this all the time, for whatever reason, kids go through weird phases. Like, I was a Browns fan as a kid for a while. My brother was a Bengals fan for a while. Like, I don't know. I just feel like little kids, you just kind of pick a team randomly and like them.
At my youngest age, I was a Dolphins fan, and I think I was like 4 or something. I remember my dad came home and had a knockoff jersey that was turquoise and orange. So I saw him on TV. I'm like, that's my team.
Here's another
also, like, when you're good, like when I was a kid, we were all Bulls fans.
Oh, sure.
Because the Bulls just dominated.
And Michael Jordan went a long way with that.
Last time I was up in Victoria, BC, which is a beautiful place. Walking around, I saw more Montreal Expos hats.
Really?
Just in a retro sense. It's a cool logo.
That was my brother's team.
So a lot of people rocked them.
That was my brother's.
Yeah.
The Expos. Mm-hmm. Jesus.
The Washington Nationals.
Mm-hmm. And he lives in Washington. Not a fan of the Nationals. Go figure. All right there, Scott. Here is your question. What are the 2 species of coffee plants used to make coffee?
Arabica and I don't know.
It's caffeinated and decaf.
You got it. Arabica and Robusta.
Robusta. Oh, man, I love a good Robusta lady.
Robusta.
Robusta lady. Here, come on, baby.
All right. What kind of cans did Andy Warhol famously paint?
Oh, those would be Campbell's soup cans.
Oh,
that was correct.
Too easy.
Yes, indeed.
More Big Dummy coming up. If you'd like to be a contestant, 206-421-ROCK.
The men's room returns with Miles and Thrill.
Head chef on the way with the best in barbecue. Ted's Meat Potatoes coming up after the game known as Big Dummy. 206-421-ROCK.
Wait a second there. All right, there we go. Hello, Elliot. Welcome to the men's room.
Big Dummy!
Hola. Elliot, sober or not sober?
Not sober.
Elliot, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay. Our men's room poll. You can only watch one. Will it be NFL football, Major League Baseball, college sports, or pornography?
NFL.
NFL football.
NFL. All right.
All right, Elliot, question number 1 for you. Who was the 42nd president of the United States?
42nd?
Correct.
Isn't that Donald Trump?
No,
he's
45.
So Barack Obama's 44.
Yeah. Correct.
Bush is 43.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Clinton.
Bill Clinton. There you go.
Hey. All right.
I don't know that I've ever seen anybody use the number as much as Trump did.
But it's 45. I think if you could
he put it on all his stuff, and like that's kind of like that's how I know. Like I never thought about Clinton being 42 or whatever.
You did, but I think if you hit,
He did have the hat that said 45.
right, the zeros or the 5s, I think you're good to go. Right, if you're the 30th, like you can brag about.
Yeah, it's like your 44th
kind of like your
birthday is just your 45th, kind of a little bit of a big deal.
I can't wait to see what our 69th one is. There'll be jokes for days. All right. Your question, what was the first sport to be televised in the United States?
Gotta be baseball.
Yes,
that is
indeed.
correct.
I actually thought it was boxing.
I was going to say tennis or something.
I was going to say golf or boxing.
Just based on the fact that you only need like 1 or 2 cameras and you're closer,
right.
it might be more easy to pull it off for the first time.
That's when it became America's pastime.
Do we know when?
Oh, man. If I had to I'm going to try to hazard it. So for television, I'm going to say 46.
46?
That's my guess.
I'll say...
Well, because there's film of stuff in like the 20s and 30s.
Right, but to be televised...
See, I'm going to go earlier. I'm going to say 1931. I'm
going to say 1944. First
I just don't know if enough people had TVs in 1931 that it's been... I don't know. You're Googling it now?
This is one of the safest things I've Googled on the show. August 26th, 1939.
Oh, damn.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
It's a long time ago. All right, the game is Big Dummy 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, Tom. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Tom, welcome to Big Dummy. Are you sober or not sober?
I am sober.
All right, Tom, thank you for calling the show. Men's room poll. Oh, by the way, if you want to play Big Dummy, for some reason, Tom, once we clicked you in, you're good, but we lost every other caller we had.
Which is your fault.
Yeah.
You know, don't feel bad.
So if you're on hold, call back. Sorry about that. That was just a drop. You can watch only one. NFL football, Major League Baseball, college sports, or porn. What are you doing?
College sports.
There you
What's
go.
your favorite college team, Tom?
Penn State or Air Force.
All right. Very cool. Why the Air Force? Did you go to the academy or were you just in the Air Force?
I did not, but I have two brothers who went, and one played for the Falcons.
Oh, damn.
Cool.
All right.
I always thought they had, no offense, Ted, the coolest uniforms.
Air Force.
Of all the academies.
Oh, sure.
Well, and there was a period there where Air Force football was just dominant. They won the Commanders-in-Chief trophy every year.
Is that in Utah? Air Force Academy?
No, it's in Colorado.
Yeah, it's Colorado Springs, I believe.
Gotcha.
Why Penn State?
Because I'm from Pittsburgh.
Why don't you root for Pitt? Or Duquesne?
Well, I played for Carnegie Mellon. We actually played Pitt in a JV game. And even though they were much larger than us, they were actually, it seemed like a bunch of cheaters. They were cheap.
Okay, next question since you're from Pittsburgh.
All right.
Because I'm from Morgantown. Why do we say
Jens?
Why do we say Carnegie Mellon?
Right.
But it's Carnegie Hall. It's the same family.
Is it the same family?
I guess it's just the accent, right? Well, I mean, how many Carnegies could there be with that much money?
Well, to me,
you
they're
got a
Carnegies.
university and you got a hall in New York.
And they have a deli.
Oh, yeah, they do. Is it Carnegie's or Carnegie?
I call it Carnegie Deli.
See, I go Carnegie as well. You're right. The Pittsburgh area, West Virginia, it's Carnegie.
Right.
Would you say Carnegie Hall?
I guess it just depends. No, it's Carnegie Hall to me.
Okay.
But it's also like Gonzaga and Gonzaga.
Right, I say Gonzaga.
Because that's the East Coast way to say it.
But also, I think, too, for people from Pittsburgh, it's kind of like when I talk about, like, Maryland or D.C. or
Right.
Right? It's like wherever you're from, you say it the most messed up.
You do. If you ask my dad where he's from, it's Houston with a Y. He can say anywhere else. I'm like, dude, you are from there. Why do you say it wrong?
Well, Tom, that's a really good school. I'm assuming you're not going to get over 5 questions.
Well, I hope not.
Yeah, based on where you went to school, you should be able to nail this.
Well, we'll find out.
Yeah, no pressure. Miles will set you up.
It's very expensive. It's impossible to get in, and it's a very academic.
Sure.
You know.
I know a lot of people that are very book smart who are not smart and are not good at trivia.
Right. Because trivia is just random crap.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right, here's your question, Mr. Penn Stater. What river runs through Paris?
The Seine.
Jesus. Hey.
Insane
in the brain.
Good call, Miles. That is
wait.
Carnegie Mellon is a great school.
It is. Since you're one and done, I'm going to hit you with a true or false question. McDonald's once offered bubblegum flavored broccoli.
I'm sorry, you're breaking up. Say that again.
McDonald's once offered bubblegum flavored broccoli.
True.
Wow.
See there? You only learn that kind of thing at Penn State.
Where in the hell they do that?
I want to say they debuted it in the 70s because they were trying to get kids to eat healthier. All right. So they did whatever they did chemically, and they made the broccoli taste like bubblegum. They try it out. They think it's going to be a hit. Obviously, the parents are excited, so the kids eat broccoli. They discontinued it because kids were just too confused. It's kind of like the purple ketchup.
But if something...
They couldn't wrap their head around the...
Okay.
Look, I would eat broccoli if it tasted like bubblegum, but the problem is it tastes like broccoli.
Well, broccoli's man-made, so you can make it taste however you want it to.
Well, man-created, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but you can make broccoli theoretically taste like chicken.
Well, they did. I mean, they made it taste like bubblegum, but people just weren't...
Trying to get kids to eat vegetables... Mm-hmm. Seems to me like it's a pretty good plan. This chocolate is really broccoli.
But whenever you do that, it doesn't work out the same. You know what I mean? Like, you give kids, or like, actually, I like them, like ranch veggie straws, but I don't think that doesn't count as eating in a thing of vegetables.
No, it absolutely does not.
Right. So I'm with you. I feel like if we made broccoli taste like something that good, somehow we lose the nutrients.
Game is Big Dummy 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, Robert. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola. Robert, sober, not sober?
Sober.
Robert, welcome to Big Dummy.
Thank you.
All right, you can only watch one. Will it be NFL football, Major League Baseball, college sports, or pornography?
So I'm going to go with college sports. Georgia is my favorite football team.
Well, that's a good one to like.
Mainly because of cheerleaders.
Oh.
Because cheerleading is a college sport.
And Georgia does have some fine cheerleaders.
Yeah.
Didn't Georgia have that one, like, super yoked cheerleader a few years ago? Like, she was so, like, cut up and, like, big that it was, like, people would, like, take pictures of her just like, really, she's got bigger biceps than you and she's a cheerleader.
And she was actually female.
Yeah.
And actually female.
Also, how is Georgia not number one? You're the reigning champ. You're beating the crap out of Oregon. Like, just move over, Alabama.
That S is unknown to me. Okay.
Yeah, we had that conversation in the office this week. We're like, wait, you're the champ. No one's beaten you, but I'm not number one. Okay.
Yeah, it just makes no sense.
No.
Got the same quarterback back, right?
I think so.
Yeah, they have a lot of the same returning starters. I want to say you have 2 first-round DBs on defense.
Right, I mean, I don't get it. By the way, someone checked in here. They say the Yinzer pronunciation, as in Pittsburgh. Carnegie, correct. Carnegie. It is Carnegie. Okay.
What's this guy's name on the line?
This would be Robert.
Robert, for the record, man, I went to the cocktail party. Official Gator hater. Go Dogs.
And go Dogs.
All right, Robert, here is your question. India, Mongolia, or Nepal? In which country did Buddhism originate?
I'm going to start with Nepal.
And you're going to end there.
Damn.
Okay, one and done. Does he get a true false?
I'll give you a true
Georgia
false.
boys are smart.
All right, I'll give you a true false question. True false.
Just like
question.
Herschel Walker.
Walt Disney's last words were Kurt Russell.
Yeah, felt true.
Why was his last words Kurt Russell?
He was good.
They signed him into a picture deal.
Yeah, apparently he really wanted to sign this young dude. So it was like a 10 pick or something like that. Because Kurt Russell was kind of a kid back then. So as he's dying, making sure that this thing happens, that he really wanted Kurt Russell to be in these movies. His last freaking words were Kurt Russell. Which, if you're Kurt Russell, is that an honor or is that freaky
It's like when the cops
weird?
are over you and you're dying and you go like, it was Ted Smith.
Right.
Oh, damn.
Big Dummy.
I'm trying to think of what famous celebrity I would shout out.
Exactly.
Mila Kunis.
Yeah.
What?
Emily Ratajkowski. I think that's how you say it. Tell Mila her areolas are not as big as everyone says.
The She-Hulk is sexy.
Hello, Brian. Welcome to the men's room.
What's going on, gentlemen?
Hola. Brian, sober, not sober?
I'm sober. Just got home.
All right, Brian, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, you can only watch one. Will it be NFL football, Major League Baseball, college sports, or porn?
NFL, baby.
I'll tell you what, sports is winning over adult entertainment today on the moon.
Again, athletes everywhere feeling real good about themselves as they're watching porn. All right.
What's up, Ted?
What's going on, Brian? You
This is the way high window guy. What's up, Miles?
Oh, what's up, Brian? How come your girlfriend didn't believe me that I was me?
I think she had a little too much to drink, buddy.
All right, that works. Well,
Hey, Brian,
it was good seeing you, man.
Hey, Brian, are you going down with those 55 people to play golf in Mesquite, Nevada?
No, I'm not making the trip this year.
Okay, all right.
All right, Brian, here is your question. What Pacific atoll was the site of nuclear tests between 1946 and 1958?
You want to go to this one.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? Pacific what?
Atoll. A-T-O-L-L. Like a teeny tiny island, basically.
Yellow polka dot.
I have no clue.
Believe it or not, Bikini Atoll.
Bikini. It was up.
That's actually why they named the Bikini.
Because there wasn't much left after they blew it up.
Actually,
It was called the Bikini Island?
It was the Bikini Atoll.
Yeah, the Bikini Atoll. So when they invented the bikini, it was risque. So they wanted to come up with a name that kind of made people, I don't know, jarred people a little bit. So at that time, if you said bikini, it was just connected to nuclear tests.
My grandfather was on a minesweeper, and they had to kind of just go and comb that island before all that happened.
Make sure what?
They just wanted to see what was on the island
okay.
before they
All
blew
right.
the damn thing up. So they walked. My grandfather got a coconut. He takes it back on the boat. They pull out a mile and a half away. watch that thing go off and turn around and get the hell out of there because they didn't know what the wave would be like.
Right.
And that's a smaller wooden boat. So they got behind a aircraft carrier.
Okay.
That boat did, just in case a huge ass wave came.
That's not a job I want. Like, hey, fellas, we don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
But we're going to do it, and we want you close. Did he keep the coconut?
He did. I mean, for as long as he could.
Right. All right, here's your question. Sugar Bear, other than being my high school nickname, Sugar Bear is the mascot for what cereal?
I mean, it was called Sugar Smacks.
Now, the Sugar Smacks, everyone confuses these. So the Sugar Smacks was the frog. He's right. Dig 'em. It was Golden Crisp.
Oh, Golden Crisp.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sugar
come
Bear.
on.
Always looked like coffee beans.
Yeah.
To me, they tasted like them.
Wasn't Sugar Bear the pimp on Starsky and Hutch?
That was Huggy Bear.
Oh, damn it.
Close. All right, your question.
I mean, look, if I met a pimp named Sugar Bear, I wouldn't.
Yeah, you wouldn't. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
All right, what is the name of the smelly green ghost in Ghostbusters?
The smelly green ghost.
Mm-hmm.
Booger?
That's not a bad guess. Slimer.
Same difference.
Come on.
I want to name him Booger. All right, your question. What does Popeye have tattooed on his arm?
A can of spinach?
An anchor.
Olive oil.
An anchor.
Oh.
He has olive oil on his back.
A mom tattoo?
Olive oil on his inner thigh.
Lightning McQueen is the star of what movie?
Cars.
There you go.
Too easy.
Now we're getting in my wheelhouse. That is a great ride, by the way, at Disneyland. Or at California Adventure.
Yes.
That one is worth waiting.
How fast does it go?
Fast enough. It's fun. It's really cool.
How many people? Am I just like in a car with, say, like my family or a bunch of people?
When you walk into the park and you see that thing, you're like, we need to get on that thing. Yes, you're in your own car, man.
Right.
You take it on a racetrack, man. You do the whole thing through mountains and tunnels.
All right.
It's cool. It's really cool.
And which one is that? It said California Adventure?
California Adventure.
Okay.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, Eddie. Welcome to the men's room.
How's it going, guys?
Hola.
Eddie, sober, not sober?
Sober.
Welcome to Big Dummy, sir. Okay, you can only watch one. NFL football, Major League Baseball, college football, hoops, or porn. What are you going?
NFL for sure.
NFL football it is.
All right, Eddie. Here's your question. Who wrote the book A Brief History of Time?
Not a clue.
He's a scientist. One of the most distinct voices we've ever heard.
Stephen Hawking.
Yes,
Stephen
indeed.
Hawking?
Yep. All right, here is your question. What science fiction author founded the Church of Scientology?
The only thing I know about that is Tom Cruise.
You're close. L. Ron Hubbard.
Yep, L. Ron Hubbard. Anyone know what that L stood for?
Larry.
Lips.
The Hubbard.
Le Ron Hubbard.
The Ron Hubbard.
All right, there, Eddie.
LeBron. Oh, Lafayette.
That was his first name.
Lafayette Ronald Hubbard.
Damn. No wonder he's like, it's call me L. Ron. We're good with that. What branch of mathematics deals with the size and shape of objects?
Geometry?
There we go.
All right, nice work, nice work.
Yeah, ironically, that was like one math class I liked.
Really?
Because like I was terrible at algebra and algebra 2.
Why did they put that right in the middle of the two? Like, look, algebra 1 is difficult enough if you get it, great. But algebra 2 is just a little bit more of that. You can't stop for an entire year and give me a break on something that I was pretty knowledgeable on, but I took a year off of it. Now I'll come back and it's twice as hard. I don't understand that. It should be 1, 2, put geometry before that, or put it after that.
Yeah, the thinking is just obtuse.
Wow. Ted with the math jokes.
Let's
Ted
go.
with the math jokes.
You are right.
And kind of acute. Hello, Katie. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola. Katie, sober, not sober?
I've had a couple of Michelob Ultras, working my way to
So
not
sober.
That's it, sober.
I'm in the pool in Palm Springs.
You're in the pool in Palm Springs?
Have you peed in the pool?
Have I what?
Peed in the pool.
No, my husband just told me to go, though, because I said I have to go pee.
What's the temperature down there? I know it's like in the
116 or 110 yesterday.
You guys in the 90s or where?
102.
102. All right,
it is
Katie.
weird, the Palm Springs. This is like the dead season.
Right. That's why she's floating in the pool, about to pee in it, drinking Michelob Ultra.
I got to get down there.
Katie, if you're downtown, man, you want a really good breakfast, go to Elmer's. Steve and I spent the weekend at one up here.
Yeah, it saved our lives.
Are you doing commercials for Elmer's now?
Dude, you have no idea how much it saved our lives. Seriously, like
I got a Reuben for breakfast.
we both
That's
did.
fantastic.
Take a Reuben and 4 shots.
All right, Katie, you can only watch one. Will it be NFL football, Major League Baseball, college football, hoops, or porn? What are you watching?
Wait, so my husband and I were just having a debate. So it's just for the season, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, so football.
Football.
Okay.
Which one? College or NFL?
We like college and NFL.
Wait,
But you can only pick
Yeah, but
one.
you can only pick one.
Oh, NFL.
Okay, NFL. All right.
I thought I said that. I don't know.
All right, Kenny, here's your first question. Zoologist Diane Fossey dedicated her life to study what animal?
Gorillas.
Oh, look at that big brain. Now go pee in that pool. Hey, wait.
Huh?
You're one and done, so let me hit you with a true or false question. Well, we covered that one. Here we go. All right, here's a question. Whoopi Goldberg once worked as an exotic dancer.
Ooh. With eyebrows or without? I'll say true.
Is that true?
Yeah.
No. But she did work as a phone sex operator. That's the true thing. She actually did work at the phone sex. And I want to say she was, who's the person who puts makeup on dead people? Like specifically that job at the, what the hell is it called? Like there's a name for it.
Is there?
Yeah, but she used to also do that at some point. I don't know which one was first. And thank you for
Mortuary?
Yeah, but it's specifically the person who
Your Mary
makes
Kay
them
representative.
presentable.
Beautician.
Beautician.
Oh, really?
A mortuary beautician.
Oh.
Those are not words.
No
that
one
go together.
magician? Yeah. Well, at least the person's not going to complain.
That's true.
Maybe the family members will. But.
Hello, Jim. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola. Jim, are you sober or not sober?
Not sober.
Okay, Jim, welcome to Big Dummy. All right, so you can watch only one. Will it be NFL football, Major League Baseball, college sports, or pornography? What are you doing?
You know what? I would go with porn since everybody else is picking sports.
Oh, sure. That's why.
Depends on what you consider a sport.
Yeah. I've seen a few marathon sausage on there for sure.
And some porn spoof sports.
That's true. So there you go. You get the best of both worlds.
Sometimes I watch like a fake UFC. Like, those ladies aren't really fun.
We've got it coming up with Dirty Big Dummy. Is it a real porn movie? All the right grooves.
The Dallas Reverse Cowgirls. All right. Here's your question. Shire, Appaloosa, Friesman, and Dutch warm blood are all types of what animal?
Horse.
Damn.
One and done.
Yeah. So, wait. Hit you with the true false if you're one and done. All right.
Well, it was absolute with the Appaloosa.
That's the one that totally threw me off. It sounds like a name of anywhere in Pennsylvania. All right. Here's your question. 50-50 shot. Which one floats? Lemons or limes?
Lemons.
You got it. Look at the big brain on this man.
Very good.
It's weird. Limes are slightly denser than lemons, so they sink. Lemons float.
Okay, but when you cut them and you slice them and you put them in your beer, they both float. Why is that?
I don't know.
I guess because they're
like a beer is probably thicker than water, much like the old saying.
That should be a song.
Displacement.
Is that what it is? Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Head chef on the way. Ted's Meat Potatoes ranks the best in barbecue. Coming up, you are listening to the Men's Room.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Thanks for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast. Want more? Check out the greatest podcast in all the land, The Podcast. Be sure to subscribe and listen to a brand new episode every Tuesday night.
The debauchery rolls on. You're listening to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Head chef on the way. Ted's Meat and Potatoes ranks the best in barbecue. First time for a few emails from the Men's Room at KISW.com.
You've got mail. You've got mail.
Guys, I want to wish my girlfriend Randy a very happy 26th birthday. Can she have a Kevin Hart dam, a fish sandwich, and a bong rip with a fart sneeze? Thanks, guys. That from Joe.
Damn. Fish sandwich.
This one says, hola, amigos. We want to give a birthday shout out to our son, Jonathan, pronounced Moo. Could he get a Kevin Hart dam? Your penis is too small, and the dirty German's telling him how to stay safe in prison. That from his mom, dad, Eleanor, and Shalene.
Damn.
Yeah, my only advice would be do not make eye contact when eating a banana.
Yeah, but also ask these parents for your birthday for some soap on a rope.
And cigarettes.
Yeah. So putting some money on your books.
Yeah, I do not know. I think the way to stay safe in prison is to not go.
Yeah. So, I've watched that show 90 Days In. So I don't know, maybe punch somebody? I don't know, man. That's a tough ask.
It really is. How big are you? Do you have any MMA training? These are the things I believe will come in handy.
Maybe click up.
Just join a gang and get the tattoo.
Like I always say, look, it's not my lifestyle, but if I had to go to prison, like a real prison for 20 years, I'd be like... When
you get out, I'd be like, Ted, why do you have a swastika tattoo? Like, look, man, it was protection.
Like, don't be talking to me right now. Yep. I'm against stuff now.
Yeah. All the Michellos, I emailed last week about my boss taking a week off for his birthday. He said what Thrill said did not come true, sadly.
Oh, it's a shame.
But my 29th birthday is today. So I wanted the dirty Germans to tell me how I should spend the last day of my 20s. Also an inspirational quote from Miles. And Mike's choice of sound effect. Thanks for being so awesome. That from Emily in Tacoma.
Uh-oh, look out. Yeah, what to do for your last year of your 20s? I think you should simply lie on your back, open your mouth, and wait for a big surprise.
Yeah, I was thinking you should head north and then head south. So dip responsibly.
All right. Let's see here. Okay, Emily. I've had to do a lot of crap. Go to the doctor. Like, I got to run and do errands. I go get my driver's license renewed the other day. So here's one for you. Okay. Emily, here's a deep one. As I just had to renew my driver's license. Took an hour, by the way. When I think about it, I mostly use my driver's license to buy stuff that impairs my ability to drive.
That is a damn shame, because it's true.
Machalas, today is my wife's 34th solar revolution. Gonna get some shotgun gets, a big old bong rip, and the dirty Germans talking about what they would deliver to her if they were door dashers. Thanks, Macholas. That from Kirk. Get.
Yeah, it's quite simple. For your birthday, I would not represent DoorDash. I would represent Horsesplash.
Yeah, the DoorDash will show up. You'll make some mistakes. So I guess in the end, I'm delivering you the guilt. So I said I'd sleep as the dasher. So I'll even wear some antlers for you.
Yeah, who ordered my schnitzel?
Yeah, so you ever had sex reindeer style? Dasher.
Nice.
So it's like
bitches.
Your dasher's approaching. Yeah. Like, is he? It's not even December. Weird.
Guys, today's my wife Melissa's birthday. Can the dirty Germans tell us how we're going to eat corn dogs and ride rides at the fair today? And everyone talking all over themselves about eating cake. Thanks, boo-boos. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I think she's going to eat a corn dog better than you, and the ride you're going to have is each other.
Yeah, just be careful with both. The ride ends on the jeans, the zipper.
Yeah, it gets on the zipper.
Eating cake. Yeah, let's see here. Sadly, I think one of my favorite cakes would have to be...
Man, I tell you right now, when I was a kid, dude, it was always a frosting. But now, I got to be honest with you, I typically like the cake more than I used to like the frosting. It's not changed. Don't put any goddamn fruit in it, man.
I like vanilla.
Just keep it sweet.
Guys, want to give a warm birthday shout out to my dad, Brad. He's been a daily listener for years, and I have to thank him for introducing me to you guys some years back. So, can Miles do the slack salesman and the dirty Germans give him some tips for renovating his back room? I know he loves fish sandwiches. So, Mike, if you can hook it up with a fish sandwich, that would be great. Thanks, guys. That from Casey.
A filet of fish sandwich.
Sure, Brad, let me open up the trunk here. I got plaid slacks, I got tan slacks, I got black slacks, I got brown slacks. I just don't have tan slacks because apparently you're not allowed to wear tan suits. I got rid of all those. But there you go. All right, guys, here you go. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you.
Y'all, the Dirty Germans, brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefly.
Thank you, Mom. A couple extra emails here real quick, guys. Subject the salsa. All right. As Men's Room Roasted Red Salsa is out. San Juan Salsa Company, now available, by the way, in all of the Hagen locations.
Yeah.
Including
Dip responsibly.
Oak Harbor, 4 Bellingham locations, Burlington, Ferndale, Lake Stevens, Lake Tapps, Marysville, Mount Vernon, Olympia, Snohomish, Stanwood, and Woodinville. Also, the Friday Harbor Marketplace in Friday Harbor, Mossyback Farm Produce in Stanwood, and Hunter's Corner Grocer in Camino, Washington. So those are some of the locations. Guys, I finally found your salsa, and it F good. So apparently, if you buy the salsa...
The salsa's effing?
It's F good.
F good.
Yeah.
Just F. It wasn't an FN.
Yeah.
It was just F.
I think it's supposed to be...
Dip responsibly.
Yeah. Pain in the grass. All the Macholos, we attended a Friday's Men's Room happy hour and a half and just wanted to thank everyone involved. Thanks to Ted for patiently listening to my overexcited soccer gibberish. Thanks to Thrill for the fist bump. Miles, thank you for quality testing my joint and looking out for my well-being. The joint I smoked later in my seats was horrible, tasting and harsh. Everyone I told the story to loved him. Mike, I apologize to you for tossing such a weak weenie. But all kidding aside, thank you guys for teaming up with me. We had an awesome time. I just wanted everyone to know how great you guys are. Thank you. That from Eric. Eric, the Red Baron. Great meeting you, man. It was
oh, nice.
One of the questions while you're down there, people continue to catch up on the podcast there on the Odyssey app. Greetings to the greatest afternoon show in all the land. So my first show was Kansas at the Evergreen State Fairgrounds with my parents. First one I went to solo, though, was Avenged Sevenfold at Showbox Soto, right before they went all arena at the time. Seeing arena quality bands at either Soto or the Market is incredible. But the best show was Steel Panther at the House of Blues when they were doing their residency on Monday nights. We were actually there one night for that. Place was packed, and the guest musicians were the drummer for Ozzy and David Draymond, who was currently on hiatus from Disturbed. They did a duet at Crazy Train, a whole lot of love, and Steel Panther only had 2 albums at this point, and a ton of Van Halen covers. We'd driven all night and day from Seattle and arrived in time to get nachos and drinks during the opener, then crashed on my sister's couch that night, drunk, happy, and exhausted. Larpog, guys, that from the friendly IT guy, minority stockholder in the podcast.
Excellent. Stock's going up.
Mm-hmm. And one more.
Brand new episode out today.
Our greetings, always catching up on the podcast regarding concerts. First concert, Jefferson Starship in 1980. Favorite concert, Van Halen in 81. Ticket was $8. David Lee Roth mooned the crowd as he was reacting to the concert Reviewer in the Omaha area. Other favorite concerts in 82 was Ozzy. This concert occurred shortly after Ozzy bit the head off of a bat. They released doves in the venue and Ozzy had one in his hand. The crowd wanted him to bite the head off that too, but he did not. Other concerts to show how concert prices have evolved. I went to the 1982 Super Bowl of Rock and Roll at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City for $27. Lineup included Journey, Foreigner, REO Speedwagon, Loverboy, and others. Good memories, guys. That from Jeff in Phoenix.
Time to open wide and sample Ted's meat and potatoes. Now, here's your host, head chef of the Men's Room, the Ted Nugent.
Head chef in the house.
Thank you, folks. Thank you. Now, as we all know, Labor Day is not the end of summer. Summer doesn't end for a few more weeks.
Not here anyway.
Right, but it's kind of the unofficial end of the summer.
Right.
Right, like you kind of just say, all right, Memorial Day starts it, Labor Day ends it.
Right.
Why didn't my teachers ever go on strike?
So, a lot of people had cookouts. We were eating barbecue all weekend backstage with rolling smoke. And then Monday I had more barbecue from my buddy James. Thank you. So basically they broke down a few categories here. The best foods for a barbecue, the good, not great foods, the just okay foods, and finally, the foods we're likely to pass up.
Where are we starting? The pass up foods?
Let's start with the bad stuff.
Okay, all right.
Some of these, honestly, I completely disagree with. Only really one of them, all right? But they say grilled pears.
I've never had that.
I mean, I'm sure they're fine. But
watermelon on the grill is good. There are tons of like fruits,
pineapple's delicious.
Sure, vegetables you can throw on the grill that are great. I just don't know if I never buy pears. The only time I ever get pears is when they're on a cheese plate, and then I taste them. I'm like, this is a not bad thing here.
Yeah, pears are a little grainy or something to me too.
Like a grainy apple,
gritty.
Let's see, grilled cauliflower. I'm with you. Like, look, I eat cauliflower. I eat cauliflower crust pizza. But if I'm sitting around a grill
at a barbecue,
I don't want grilled cauliflower.
Come on, man.
Grilled eggplant. Again, I like eggplant.
It's not bad if you cut it thin.
Chorizo.
Well, yeah.
Don't even pass up.
That says foods we're most likely to pass up.
F that. If you have chorizo, I'm eating it.
It must be that you either like that or you don't.
That's fair. That's fair.
Pitas.
You mean just the bread?
Yeah.
Or, I mean, I might tear off a piece to have on my plate to sop something up. You know what I mean?
think of that more of as indoor food.
Rolls. These are foods we're likely to pass up.
I'm not going to pass up rolls, and I'm not going to pass up treats.
Especially if there's barbecue involved.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So.
Yeah. And couscous.
I've never seen that at a barbecue.
You know what? That's the person you invited to the barbecue, and you knew they were going to bring a dish that nobody goddamn wanted, and they brought it anyway.
But you'll never invite them again.
No.
Here's the crazy one to me. On foods you're likely to pass up, coleslaw. Like, to me, coleslaw is the standard at a barbecue.
It's the ketchup of barbecue.
Yeah, you got to have slaw.
Not like that, but no matter where you get your barbecue, Kansas City, Memphis, whatever your style you like,
Texas,
St. Louis, Texas, typically they're going to have coleslaw.
Mm-hmm.
Always. Whether it's pork, beef, ribs, whatever, like coleslaw is always there.
Pretty universal.
All right, the just okay food. They say grilled bananas. I love bananas. I never had one grilled. I'd try it. I don't know who's out there grilling bananas.
I mean, I'd give it a try, I guess. But.
Right, but also sounds weird. If, Miles, you called me up and said, do you want to come over for a grilled banana? I'd be like, weird, no.
Yeah, we'll just go out after that and drink beer. Hey, here's my question on the grilled banana. Since you're cooking it, do you get a green banana to do that?
I would think so. Because if it's too, it's too, right, because they get so soft.
So I'm thinking like in the plantain world, you know.
Also on the list, they have pineapple, bacon. Also, honestly, guys, don't grill bacon. There's so much grease and everything. Like, just there's a
too much
million
fire,
other
too much
ways.
smoke.
Yeah. Onions, lamb chops, grilled mushrooms, chips, and sweet potatoes. These are all on the just okay.
Okay.
I would agree with that. They're pretty point on.
And I feel like I'm probably more likely to eat more chips watching a sporting event. But like on Monday, we were sitting around while they were smoking meat, and we were just eating chips, drinking beers.
Yeah. I tell you guys, the one thing that I hate on the grill more than anything else when I see people do it, I'm like, no.
What?
This sucks. I hate it. Don't do this. Kebabs. I know I'm going to get some backlash.
No, you're right. It shows up on all the lists. And the problem is...
the vegetables don't cook at the same rate as the meat.
Technically, you should, if you're going to do kebabs on a grill...
right. I thought you were saying kielbasa. I'm like,
you should grill
kebabs.
The meat, the proteins first, and then throw on the veggies on a separate kebab.
Like if you're doing shrimp, just have the shrimp kebabs.
Right.
Just shrimp on those. And don't put stuff in between.
I don't mind a char on my veggies, but yeah, technically you shouldn't grill them together. All right, these are the good but not great foods. Grilled vegetables.
Yeah.
I don't mind them.
Grilled seafood.
I love grilled
seafood. Yeah,
I'm with you. Avocado, which
I've never had.
Grilled avocado.
Oh my God, grilled avocado is so good.
Again,
because it makes it softer.
Is that avocado still pretty firm? So you're taking the avocado before it's really ripe to make sure that it doesn't fall apart like the green banana.
I don't know. I used to go to a place, man, and they would grill avocados and then fill it with pico and crab meat.
Oh, jeez.
And it was awesome. Kebabs. There you go, Miles.
Just not my favorite. And you're right if you do it that way. If you do it just with the single thing,
yeah,
I'm good with that.
Also on the good but not great foods, pork chops, which is weird. As I love pork chops, you don't see a ton of pork chops on a grill.
No, you really
don't. They should be. And then this one they put on there, pasta salad, which is odd because to me the pasta salad just dominates a barbecue.
That's my one cold dish.
Yeah.
I mean, really, I'm
it's
down
not
with
coleslaw, it's
pasta
pasta salad.
That pasta salad this weekend was delicious with the salami and stuff in there.
I like macaroni salad, potato salad. Oh, that sounds good.
All right, now these are the best foods for a barbecue. Beef brisket.
If you can nail it, yes.
Sure.
That it is a very tough thing to cook. I recommend before you invite people over, you try brisket a couple times.
Right.
Because the first time you do it, you're going to screw it up. And I have seen people screw up brisket so many times.
Yeah. Also, if you've never done it before, pro tip, leave the cap on. That way some of the fat you might try it out otherwise, but if you leave the cap on, you get a better chance of not doing that because the fat will go into the meat.
Also, my pro tip is you can buy burnt ends at Costco and just heat them up. They're delicious. Corn on the cob.
Hell yeah.
Another good one. Especially now with like elote and like doing it the way like the Mexican stands do it with the mayonnaise.
That
and
is the
everything
way we do it now. We started doing it last summer, and now anytime we make corn, it's like we go all in with it.
Potato salad.
Sure.
Again, I like pasta salad over potato salad only because potato salad is so much heavier.
Back to the corn. Do you slather in mayonnaise?
I do now, yeah.
Okay. All right.
I like potato salad. You just like look, I'm gonna break it down for folks. If you don't cook your potatoes long enough, though, potato salad is the worst.
Sucks.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
There's a fine line between too mushy and too firm, too.
Yeah. And potato salad's one of those things, like, I love my mom's potato salad. I don't think there's anything special about it. I don't know why. I'm just like,
it's just what you know.
Yeah, she makes the best potato salad. Well, she, puts in a little mustard, too.
There you go.
These are the best foods for barbecue. Ribs.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yep. Had ribs Monday. Delicious. Steak.
Okay. If you're having steak, to me, it's more of a dinner than a barbecue. Like I'm going to go over to someone else and they're making steak.
There's nothing wrong with that, but as Miles is saying, in my mind, if I'm at a barbecue, I just don't imagine seeing steak.
So for me, if it's like a group of people and it's a big barbecue and somebody shows and there's steaks involved, to me that generally means we're going to cook them. We got like 4 of them and just slice it up and people are just going to kind of pick at it.
If you go to a barbecue place that has steak, order it.
Smoking a steak.
It's probably fantastic.
You ever had a smoked steak?
I've not.
Oh, delicious. Chicken ribs. Chicken wings.
So, if you're excited about chicken ribs, you have fallen on some hard times.
Chicken wings make the list. Obviously, grilled chicken wings are great.
Yeah.
Smoked ones. Grilled chicken itself makes the list. These are the best foods for barbecue. I don't really know where they're going with this one, but just simply cheese.
I mean, it's fine. Okay. I'd put that on the good, not great list.
I'm with you.
I love cheese, but again, at a barbecue, I mean, I'll eat some, but again, I don't want anything super heavy. That's my only thing with barbecue.
If you're outside and you're eating, you have to worry about the sun, especially with the cold salads and all that stuff. Cheese kind of...
Yeah, charcuterie should stay inside.
Yeah, it goes backward.
Yes.
And then the top 2, burgers and hot dogs.
Okay.
Which we were talking about earlier. I don't know why. Sometimes when I go over to somebody's house to grill, I always go, we could just do burgers and dogs. But then every time you eat them, you're like, well, I like burgers and dogs.
They're great.
Yeah.
Hey, Head Chef, we appreciate it. You are listening to The Men's Room.
Did you know that yearly Medicaid renewals will start again soon? This means millions of people who were enrolled in Medicaid during the pandemic may no longer be eligible for coverage. If this may impact you, the good news is you have options. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield can help answer your questions so you can find an affordable health plan for you and your family. We want you to feel confident you're covered. Click to learn more. Policy exclusions and limitations apply. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name of Blue Cross Blue Shield Healthcare Plan of Georgia, Inc.
99.9 KISW. The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
All right, Coda, let's ring and toast for the show today, and we do have your headlines on the way at 5:50. But first, quick check-in with Mike Hawk and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
All right, a 19-year-old chess player has offered to strip naked to prove that he's not cheating.
You don't need to do all that, man.
For real.
But just play chess.
If people think that you're cheating, if the official people don't think that you're cheating, you're fine. Everybody else can have their opinions.
How do you cheat at chess if you play at that level that people wouldn't notice?
He got caught when he was a kid cheating on chess.com.
Oh.
So that I think that's part of it.
Are you being serious?
I'm being dead serious.
Okay, all right.
So people think he has a history. Like, he does have a history.
He does have a history.
Sure.
But is this something where I am doing it online, where maybe I'm cheating somehow? Or if I'm sitting across from you, like...
How could I be
You know the pieces and how they move. You know the moves I can make. I just don't know...
I think he might just be that good, but obviously people didn't believe him enough, so they were like, all right. He's like, I'll do it naked.
Right.
All right.
Well, I'm with you, Mr. L. It's like, what... This is a game of combat, as it were. Even the cheating on the computer is just turning the level up to 100 so that it tells you what the most logical answer is.
I will tell you this. If we were to play chess, there's no way you could cheat while I'm watching. You would beat me, but not because you cheat, but because I suck at chess.
The only way that I could cheat is if I was to move your pieces somehow.
Look over there.
Exactly. We have found the most diverse city in the U.S. Any guesses? The most diverse city in the U.S.
Diverse meaning with the people who live there?
It just says diverse.
I'm guessing New York City.
New York. Ted, any guesses?
I would say New York City or L.A.
Or D.C.
You guys are all so close with New York, but it is not New York. It's New Jersey.
Really?
That's a state.
It's a state.
Oh.
Virginia Ted. Getting you again.
Yeah.
I mean, is it a city or a state?
It's a place. It might be state.
If it's a state, that would
New Jersey is the answer. It's state.
Yeah.
Well, I'm aware of that. It might have labeled the city. Give me a second.
And if you go to New Jersey,
in just a hot moment here. Oh, Jersey City, New Jersey. That's why I wrote it down.
All right, well, that makes sense. It's a suburb of New York City, and it's probably cheaper.
There you go.
Guaranteed cheaper.
New Jersey. Damn it, Mike. Another groundbreaking study that fraternity hazing does nothing to build group solidarity and bonding.
You think so?
They figured it out through a study, so now it's official.
Yeah, I mean, look, I was never in like a college, so I didn't join a fraternity, but like, even for like football was like, people did it, but it wasn't really big at my school. And like, I don't know. I don't think it hurt our programs. We didn't haze each other. There's always going to be some kind of messing around or whatever, but
it's more tradition. But I don't think anyone's under the guise that like we're going to be closer because this happened.
Right, because I ran you through a ringer.
Right,
you're going to now be closer to me as a friend. No.
I know it's something that I'm going to have to do to join your little club.
Right,
you know you get to do it to anyone who wants to join your little club. But like, we will not be friends because of this.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like, we're probably going to be friends, but it's not because we did this thing.
There's a group of historians that say Jesus was the first person to play cricket and baseball.
Cricket?
Yes, sir.
Baseball, huh?
Yeah.
2,000 years ago.
Yeah.
So
not Abner Doubleday.
Not Abner Doubleday. Jesus.
Negative.
I mean, cricket is massive in that part of the world.
Sure.
How did they come up with this?
That's a good question, Ted.
These are historians.
I would ask those historians.
What's it? Matthew's letter to the apostles.
Oh.
Jesus has started a new game called cricket. We all seem to love it. I don't know why I'm English. None of them were English.
None
of them. I mean, they all lived in the Middle East.
And when a left-handed hitter will approach the plate, we all shift.
Right. Now you pay attention.
That's right. Cover third.
If there's guys on first and second, now hear me out. There's guys on first and second, and it's popped up to the infield. It's an automatic out. All right, infield fly rule.
Play is at third.
Thanks, Jesus. Can we get some more of that wine and bread and fish?
Great.
It's not a bad day. Play a little baseball, then have wine, bread, and fish.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe a miracle or two.
Sure.
Gents, we've all been out with that person that is less than acceptable as far as their etiquette inside of the restaurant. They tend to do something, say something, behave a certain way that just kind of gets your hackles up here. Well, luckily, our friends at Finance Buzz have given us this.
The Men's Room Top 10. The Men's Room Top 10. Restaurant etiquette rules would really like everyone to follow. Apparently, nobody likes that guy who talks with his mouth full, especially when he launches a piece of calamari onto your chin. That's not tentacool.
Oh, wow.
Jesus.
Wow. Tentacool. Yes, we get it.
Yeah, we get it. We get it. All right.
You would think he's a dad with those kinds of jokes.
My main one I hate is that it's a busy restaurant, or especially if you're like at a happy hour, and like the waiter's even like, sorry, it is just really busy right now. Like, cool, come back at 5, we'll be ready to go. And then somebody will sit there at the menu. Oh, what does this taste like? Like, dude, just either let the waiter or waitress go or pick something.
It tastes like what it says.
Right.
Yeah.
You ask about the roast beef, I bet you it tastes roasty beefy.
You're 35. You've tasted a lot of things at this point, I hope. You should know what the combination's going to kind of generally be like here.
You can say, what do you recommend?
So this is restaurant etiquette rules that we'd all really like everyone to follow. This one says, don't cut your waiter off. When waiters are introducing themselves or rattling off the specials for the day, do not cut them off mid-sentence with your order. Even if you've been to a restaurant before and you know what you like, it's inconsiderate to interrupt the waiters who are just trying to do their job. Plus, the restaurant may be off special that day that you would like. So listen up.
All right.
I can't imagine doing that.
Right.
Hi, my name's Yeah. Give me the cheeseburger.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know that I've ever been at a table where somebody like just stopped the waiter.
Keep in mind, man, it is in your best interest to treat your waitstaff well. Because again, if you have not gotten your food yet and you are a douchebag, I guarantee you, you're eating DNA.
Oh, yeah. Well, I did it this weekend, too. Like, I think it's okay, like, after they say everything, just be like, hey, look, we're just getting drinks and some appetizers. We're kind of in a hurry. And they'll be like, cool.
They want to know.
Exactly. Don't skimp or skip on the tipping. In the U.S., the idea that you should only tip when you receive the best service no longer applies. Recent research suggests that up to 60% of waitstaff wages come from tipping. 60%. That means skipping or skimping on the tip is quite the slap in the face of these workers, many of whom are probably trying to move beyond living paycheck to paycheck. How much is generally acceptable as a tip varies from place to place and depends on the type of establishment. However, in a sit-down restaurant where you have a waiter, a 20% tip usually works across the board.
Mm-hmm.
There you are there.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm going to tip less than 20%, it's got to be some bad service. Or you just didn't come by the table.
Exactly. Wait to be seated unless otherwise noted. While some sit-down restaurants may have a sit wherever you want policy, most expect you to wait for a host to seat your party. Also, if you're meeting several other people for a meal, it's considered good etiquette to wait for the entire party to arrive before you sit down. Some restaurants may even require this.
So that one I go back and forth on, only because if it's like a party of 9 people, like,
doesn't matter.
There's 8 of us here.
Let's get
like,
out of the way of everyone else.
Right, exactly.
And I know Debbie just is going to have the house salad. She doesn't eat much anyway.
Right, and she's going to be 20 minutes late either way.
Right.
And she's going to bring up her ex and probably freaking cry.
Oh, so let us sit down now so that we can have a good time. Because this last person's going to bring the room down.
Just put 3 shots of tequila in that empty spot over there. She's going to use them.
Yeah, but she's not sure if she really wants to drink tonight.
And bring extra napkins because she's going to cry.
Oh, man.
And give us a waitress because she'll hit on the waiter.
Oh.
It's just embarrassing.
To say that she's been in a recent breakup, it was 3 years ago.
And listen.
They dated for 2 months. I mean, good. Debbie sucks. All right, I'm just going to say it. But can we please sit down?
We can't tell her to stay home. She's Brad's sister, for heaven's sake. Restaurant etiquette rules would really... I don't know who Debbie is, but...
Neither do I. But the hell with her.
But she sucks.
Restaurant etiquette rules we'd all really like everyone to follow. Don't shout to get a waiter's attention. I would also add the waving of the money.
Or put your hand up or anything like that.
There are other parts of the world where it's completely acceptable and even encouraged to shout to get your server's attention in a restaurant. However, this is generally considered bad manners in the U.S. Your waiters will likely regularly look over to check if you're done or nearing the end of your meal. Making eye contact or nodding in their direction will let them know to come over. If you're at a very busy restaurant or your waiter is nowhere to be found, it's okay to head to the front of the restaurant and let the host or manager know that you would like your bill.
Sure.
Be patient.
Right. The bill is no problem.
Yeah.
If you're like, man, I want to put my food in. And again, look, I understand people are in a mood sometimes at the restaurant. But again,
right,
if you're going to be an a-hole, I hope you've already eaten.
Exactly. Also, I've been there at times where I've needed to get in and out of a restaurant quickly. You take your order and then give them your card. Say, could you actually run that as soon as you do that?
And they understand.
You bet.
They get it. It's what they do.
Don't try to take food home from a buffet.
I mean, who's doing that?
I've seen so many people do that.
VD and I have a theory as to who might. Buffets are great. They come in plenty of different varieties and give patrons the opportunity to sample a large array of foods they may not otherwise order. With that being said, it's also generally bad etiquette and perhaps against the restaurant's rules to bring any sort of container into a buffet and fill it up with food to bring home. Look, if you got a little bit left on your plate that you want to take home, okay, maybe.
That's one thing, but don't go up to the actual buffet line.
Right.
Start shoveling it into the... somebody, I want to say it was somebody called or emailed the show a couple of years ago. I can't remember if it's their wedding or they're just at a wedding, but someone else who showed up at the wedding. There's a couple of different people in this one family. After everyone had eaten, they opened up the Tupperware and went up.
Oh, no.
And it wasn't like the family of the bride or the groom. That's the thing. So it's not someone who's like really contributing to the wedding other than being a guest. And like, oh, a couple leftover salmon. Yeah, they threw it in Tupperware and rolled up.
Oh, my God.
Like, damn.
Keep your personal items.
That's insanity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been to weddings where, like, I know the people or whatever, and at the end, they're like, we got a bunch of leftover food. Do you want some?
No problem.
Sure. I've seen people wrap stuff up in napkins, but it wasn't a buffet.
Right.
Right. The buffet's the thing.
Keep personal items off the table. Yes, that includes your phone. No matter who you're dining with, it's considered rude to be consistently on your phone during a meal. It's also a good idea to keep other personal items, purses, keys, or wallets off the table. That way, the waitstaff has room to place your meal and drinks.
Who just puts their wallet up on the table?
All the time.
I mean, it's
just begging for it to get zapped by somebody.
That's my thought.
I don't know. I remember back in the day when cash like ruled everything. Like when I was granted, this is 20 some years ago, but when I was a bartender, people would just leave a stack of money.
Right. And
I would just take from it as the bartender. But I
love places like that.
You don't see that anymore.
Because one, you know what the limit is on this person. So at some point you go like, is that for a drink or is that my tip?
Right. In most cases, don't send wine back. Etiquette experts recommend that patrons avoid sending glasses of wine back unless the drink is especially awful. In higher-end restaurants, your server typically will give you a splash of wine to sample before filling a glass. This would be the time to note that you would like to try something different.
Yeah.
Not to mention it's already on your bill.
Every time they come over, I just point at my wife because they always put it down in front of the guy. And I'm like, brother,
it's booze.
I have a beer in front of me with a shot of Jack Daniels. Which one of us do you think is drinking the wine?
Exactly. I agree 100%. First time I ordered a bottle of wine with a girl, I was like, I have no idea. Just give it to her.
Yeah, I'm like, if she likes it, we're cool, man.
Not me. And why are you leaving this cork, man? This is weird.
Restaurant etiquette rules we'd all really like everyone to follow. I know that this one is a favorite of the Ted Smith. Let the waiter know how you will pay in advance. If you plan to cover the cost of the dinner for your whole party, it's a good idea to let the staff know beforehand. So there's no confusion when it'll come to pay the bill. Same goes for if your table plans to split the bill. Most restaurants can now easily split costs by entree, but it's courteous to make sure that they have this option before you actually order.
Newsflash, if you end up picking up the bill and you do it a number of times and you're the person who picks up the bill, you already know this.
Yes.
So if it's your first time,
right.
But everybody who does pick up the bill, they know this way in advance.
Yes, they do.
Also,
they picked up the bill before.
There's a certain number of people that you're not getting individual checks.
No.
I've been at a table once with like 12 people, and they're like, we'll take individual checks. Like, no, we won't.
Right.
Like, you can Venmo me, whatever. Like, we don't need 12 individual checks.
No.
God, you can hear how pissed I am.
Yes, sir.
Seriously.
Place utensils on your plate when you're done. Placing utensils on your plate is a good way to indicate to your waiter that you're done eating, particularly if there's still food on your plate. In U.S. restaurants, it's a much more subtle and socially acceptable move than shouting at the staff member to come and grab the plates.
Just back off the table a little bit. That's normally a pretty good indicator. 2-3 inches, they know.
You know one way to do it too, man, and I found this works every time. I just put my feet up on the table.
There you go.
Just chill, hands behind the back of your neck.
Take your shoes off.
Yeah.
I lick the plate and then throw it.
Wait to eat until everyone is served. In some households, waiting until everyone has their dinner before you begin to eat is not the norm. However, in restaurants, it's standard etiquette. That's also kind of why they try to plate everybody at the same time.
That's entirely the idea. Close enough.
Exactly. In most cases, staff will try to make an effort to get the food to everyone at your table.
Once in a while, they'll say something like, hey, this takes a lot longer or whatever. And if that person's like, go ahead, then I'm like, all right, cool.
Right. But they'll also put that in before they put in the rest of the food.
That's why the kitchen's there. Hopefully they understand how that works.
And this is the final piece of restaurant etiquette rules that we'd all really like everyone to follow. Once you sit down and order, do not switch seats after ordering. Some waiters are blessed with an incredible memory, but others use a system so that they can remember who ordered what and when it's time to bring your meal out.
I'll tell you one thing. If you want to do a little secret, don't actually do this, but if it's a big party, like you said, Ted, we're back to the party at 9, there's a date, okay? So, and they're right, for the waiter, because a lot of times when you have a big table, they need other people to help them run the food out.
All right.
And what they do, they'll draw a quick little, there's a diagram of your table, and it'll say like, bald dude with mustache and beard.
All right.
Black dude with long beard. If Debbie's with us, like, crying bitch at the end. Seriously, you should always ask, how did you remember who we are? Because I can tell you some things I've seen the wait staff write down. They're not trying to be insulting. They're not. And because you don't see this, it's just so that whoever's helping them serve the food, they know. So when you ever wonder to yourself, how did that guy who's not my waiter know how to drop the plate? There's a physical description of who your ass is. Just know that.
A woman in Texas was arrested for assaulting an officer with her car, but she's got a good reason.
What was that?
Tell you all about it at 5:50.
Thank you, sir. Headlines are coming up at 5:50. In the meantime, it's going to contest online for Profile This at 206-421-ROCK.
When 4x4 isn't enough, you need 4xE. Check out the incredible lineup of 4xE vehicles only from Jeep, like the Jeep Wrangler 4xE, the #1 selling hybrid in America, or the 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xE, the most advanced Jeep Grand Cherokee yet. Right now, customers may qualify for a $7,500 tax credit until February 28th. Experience the power of 4xE. Visit Jeep.com today. This incentive is offered by a third party. Amount of tax credit might vary for each individual taxpayer. Federal tax credit is subject to change without notice. Consult the tax professional for details and eligibility requirements. Not all buyers will qualify. Jeep and the Jeep Grill are registered trademarks of FCA US LLC.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Thanks for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast. Want more? Check out the greatest podcast in all the land, The Podcast. Be sure to subscribe and listen to a brand new episode every Tuesday night.
Part of a minute to drink it time.
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the Men's Room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Great time it is, and as usual, we head to the Drink Test Can. Steve at Thrill Hill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. We'll try to make this short and quick. Today, we toast 96-year-old Elizabeth Alexandra Mary Windsor, known universally as the Queen of England. As you've probably heard, sadly, after a 70-year reign, beginning with her coronation in 1953, the Queen died earlier today at the age of 96, so now the man that we've always known as Prince Charles has become King Charles. The odd thing about this, so keep in mind, the Queen had the longest reign of any British monarch, all right? So she gets coronated back in 53. She just passed earlier today in 2020. 70 years. Now her son takes over as king, and at age 73, he's the oldest person to ever assume the British throne.
Wow.
Yeah, because she lived so damn long. Honestly, God, just think about that. It's kind of weird, man. But yeah, so she passed.
That's how old my grandma is.
What, 96?
Yeah.
Wow. Damn.
She outlived the Queen.
Are you sure she's 96? Because the last time you called her,
she did not know that she was 96.
She thinks she's 95, correct?
That is correct.
Let her believe it.
She's like, I don't know what happened to my 95th year. After I talked to her the next time, I was like, I don't know either, Mom.
All right, well, so let's drink to the Queen. We pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy!
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies. Down the hola, bichola!
The Men's Room presents Profile This.
And Stephen Thrill Hill, could you please, everyone? Now, Profile This is played.
I sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story, something that happened right here on planet Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Hello, Ken. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola, bichola.
Hola! All right, Ken, you understand how this here game is played?
Yes.
Fantastic. You know, then you have your choice of one of three stories. The Wonderful World of Drugs. We have Bite Me. In other words, what did someone find in their food? And finally, Interior Decorating, where you guess the foreign object that ended up on the inside of someone.
Drugs.
All right, here is your story. A speeding woman is accused of driving under the influence of drugs and alcohol when she crashed into another car, killing its driver, who was under the influence of methamphetamine. Summer Butler, 37, faces charges of DUI, resulting in death, reckless driving, and being in possession of a controlled substance in connection with the fatal crash. Now, police said the car was making a U-turn in a center lane, causing the front of another car, which Butler was driving, to collide with it. The driver and the passenger of the first car were both ejected from the vehicle. Butler's car traveled about 150 feet before it stopped in some landscaping. All three people involved were taken to the hospital. And there, police said Butler was, quote, acting erratic and had to be sedated by medical staff. Now, while a trauma paramedic was attending to Butler's injuries, a small baggie fell out of the left side of her bra. Nearly 2 weeks after the crash, blood tests confirmed that Butler had drugs in her system. She also had an alcohol level of 0.102. Now, the victim who died in the crash had a blood alcohol level more than 3 times above the legal limit. Let's keep that in mind. So they also had a substantial amount of methamphetamine in their system. It's probably why they crashed into each other. Anyway, data from Butler's car said she was going about 70 miles an hour seconds before the crash, but 1 second before impact, she got up to 73 miles an hour. It should be noted the speed limit there is 40. So while the victim was drunk and high on meth, Butler was drunk and high on what? Meth, cocaine, PCP, or crack?
37. Is that what type of car it was?
It does not. I was checking. No, it does not say what kind of vehicles they were driving.
Because it was like a, Beamer or whatever, it'd be cocaine, but.
Right.
I gotta think
This happened in North Las Vegas.
Oh, cocaine for me.
Is it cocaine for you, Miles?
Vegas, cocaine. Yeah, totally.
I'm meth. Sorry, guys.
You want meth?
Okay.
I'm going to go with Miles on this one, especially because it was a baggie in her bra.
Ken, trust me, you want to chase this? You can change this, man. It's Vegas. Not that I've been to Vegas.
Who doesn't love Vegas?
I mean, sometimes it snows there.
Capital of the West. I'm meth. Gotta be meth. It's ironic because meth and meth.
Okay.
Meth on meth violence.
There you go.
Gotta stop.
We're going to find out what this lady was on. Was it meth, cocaine, PCP, or crack next?
That was a tease.
99.9 KISW. We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Category shorts on profile. Let's get a Vegas woman. She crashed her car after being under the influence of drugs and alcohol. She was over the limit. Unfortunately, she killed the other driver. He was 3 times the legal limit of alcohol. He was also on methamphetamine. The question is, she was under the use of alcohol, but also a drug. What was the other drug? Meth, cocaine, PCP, or crack?
And Ken, that is a question that we posed to you. And one thing I like about you, man, you have a good stick-to-itiveness. You don't let people talk you out of your decision, and you went meth. That was the wrong decision. So the one person was, in fact, on methamphetamine, but the person we're talking about today, you guys both agree cocaine. Miles, you just said, look, Vegas.
I've heard that in Vegas.
And somebody else said, hey, man, North Vegas is not Vegas. Similar name only, inhabitants a little different. That's understood.
Fair.
However, you still want cocaine because Vegas is in the name. And you're correct.
Okay. I just went with age and bra.
To me, that's a baggy phone and bra. I feel like if you have meth, I don't know why I think this, but I feel like if you had a baggie of meth, you wouldn't keep it in your bra. I don't know why. But
you don't need to use it as much.
Good point.
Yeah.
Where cocaine, you're going to revisit it.
Good call. Good call. Now for all TV news all time for TV Time with Ted.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
All right, your choices today. You got Seth Meyers.
All right.
The Jimmies.
Okay, Fallon and Kimmel.
Writers.
Ooh, no, Writers.
Or Ted Smith.
Is it Ted or is it late night?
It's right there. The title. These guys have teams of talented writers come over their monologues each and every night. It is up to you to determine, is this an actual late night joke and from whom, or could it be a The Ted Smith original?
The head of the New York school system has confirmed that public school students will not get snow days this year. When asked why he said it, he said because it's 91 degrees in September.
Fallon.
Ted.
Myers.
New York's education chancellor David Banks confirmed that public school students will not get snow days this year. When asked why, he said, "'Cause it's 91 degrees in September."
In an effort to reduce waste caused by espresso plastic capsules, a Swiss retailer is releasing an eco-friendly alternative called coffee balls. Coffee balls sounds like something you would sue McDonald's for.
Fallon.
Kimmel.
Fallon.
In an effort to reduce waste caused by plastic espresso capsules, a Swiss retailer is releasing an eco-friendly alternative called coffee balls. Coffee balls, that sounds like something you'd sue McDonald's for.
Reminds me of somebody I know. Thanks, Mike. The NFL season kicks off tomorrow, so get ready for men. The NFL season kicks off tomorrow, so get ready for men to start describing male body parts in great detail.
Beats that Smith.
Yeah, I'll say it's you, Ted.
That is me. Just look at his quads. Right? And physically, he's just chiseled on a stone. Target recently issued a recall for white fudge animal crackers because they potentially contain metal wire. Even worse, they apparently also contain white fudge.
Seth Meyers.
Yeah, it sounds like Seth.
That's Seth.
Target recently issued a recall for white fudge animal cookies because they potentially contain metal wire. Even worse, apparently they also contain white fudge.
Ironically, Thrill, that used to be one of my nicknames in high school.
White fudge.
Hey, white fudge. What up?
That's right. That was what? Sugar Bear?
Sugar Bear. I don't know. I feel like 3 days a week you got a nickname in high school.
Always. Many nicknames in high school. Yeah.
Well, you should talk to that Swiss company. Yo, Leo. All right, this is kind of an interesting one. Guy Fieri. We all understand Guy Fieri has a lot of stuff. He has a lot of recipes. He has
donkey sauce.
He has donkey sauce.
I have to say it. If you say Guy Fieri, I say donkey
Bless
sauce.
you.
Bless you, Mike.
And he's got the restaurants he does are good. Bless you, Jesus.
You know what's weird? I don't know that I've ever been to a Guy Fieri restaurant. I mean, I've been to places he's visited.
Right, but one that he
he's got a ghost kitchen in town.
There was a casino in Baltimore, and we were back there fairly recently, and he had a restaurant there, and I'm like, ooh, we should check it out. It's not there anymore.
Yeah, well, that's it. We were talking about this earlier. Like, I want to try donkey sauce.
I don't know what it is.
I have no idea, but I don't know if he had a ghost kitchen for a while in Seattle. You could just like order delivery.
Yeah.
But I never actually ordered it. That's one of those places where I was like, I'm going to wait one day till like I'm really hungry. And then I just never ordered.
And now it's not there anymore, is it?
I'm not sure, but I'm sure something on that had donkey sauce. I'm sure we have a listener that's been to one of his restaurants in Vegas or whatever.
Who's had donkey sauce?
Who's had donkey sauce, and can you confirm that it is delicious?
Hold on. I'm saying the donkey sauce.
Guy Fieri's donkey sauce. Is it like a spicy Chipotle
it's
ranch?
Just Guy's donkey sauce. Don't add all that.
Oh.
I'm just looking at it. Guy's donkey sauce for burgers. Garlic lovers, this one's for you. Guy Fieri's donkey sauce for burger sauce packed full of garlic flavor. All right. But, I'm looking at a picture. It looks like just garlic aioli, which is probably not a good time to call it donkey sauce. Based on what I'm looking at. Like, maybe not.
Well, and I think Miles will attest to this, too. When he does Triple D, like any of the places he goes to are always awesome.
Sure, I mean, those are the places we want to go.
Always is great. Mike's chili parlor is awesome.
One thing you can do, man, if you're going someplace, there's a list of all the TV shows that have done various things.
Okay.
Some people just go for the best sweets or whatever the deal
Correct.
is, depending on the show. Just Google that, and you'll see, like, based on what you like, where to go.
Yeah, and I trust him more than I like watching food challenge shows, but I'm just not I don't know, because you have a giant challenge isn't necessarily going to bring me in. But if Guy Fieri's like, no, this is great down home food, or they have this or that, they got some wild take on something. I'm like, all right, I'm game.
Mm-hmm. I'm in.
And also, I feel like Guy Fieri generally highlights places that you could wear jeans and a t-shirt or jeans and a hoodie to.
Right.
As opposed to being look, full disclosure, sometimes I go for a high-end meal, but more times than not, I'm in a place that's like jeans and a hoodie.
That is correct.
Also, I think he's hit a lot of the main places that are old and still around. Like Mike says,
chili parlor
is 100 years old.
Right.
Correct.
So I would hope that he would go back maybe to more of the dives eventually. In a weird way.
Well, he does diners, drive-ins, and dives.
Correct. Just to go back, most of them are not dives.
Yeah. I'm also getting tired of that term. Because there actual is dive bars and stuff, but sometimes, I don't know, you go somewhere kind of, it's I get it's the spirit of a dive bar.
But it's not a dive. A dive bar has earned that reputation through the years, right?
Yeah.
And you go this is definitely a dive bar, but typically some of the best food.
Yeah. Let's see. So Guy Fieri obviously has a ton of money, but he has and I like this, he has a rite of passage for his sons when they get their driver's license. Basically, recently his 16-year-old son, Ryder, started driving, so he got his grandparents' old minivan. Back when his now 26-year-old son, Hunter, got his license, he had to drive his grandpa's 1996 truck with no working windows. Guy's reasoning, pretty simple. Says, show me that you can spend a year driving the car, not getting any dents, not getting any wrecks, not getting any tickets, then you could take your own money out of the bank and go buy a car.
Absolutely love it.
Yeah, and you'd have to... I don't know, but Guy Fieri has so much money. I'm sure his kids already have money just through allowances or whatever.
Sure.
I mean, look, when you're Guy Fieri and you run around with the Hollywood crowd and stuff, birthday presents are just going to be better.
Guaranteed.
Yeah. I have some friends that do certain things and they're very affluent. I go to their kids' birthday parties and I'm like, God damn. You're setting the bar way too high here, my man.
Way too early.
But his kids appreciate it too. They said he's a great teacher and father and leads by example. He teaches you discipline, hard work, and not to give up. And not that everyone's going to hold your hand through life.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I still, the one time I really hung out with Guy Fieri, I think he was just tired and not having the best day. But for years, I was like, I don't like that guy. Then when you see all the stuff he does for his restaurant workers and this and that, you're like, he is a good dude.
I used to make fun of him all the time until all that stuff comes out. This is a solid guy, man.
Did you drink all of his Jack Daniels?
Oh, that one's still on me.
Did you drink all the Jack Daniels?
Ted did.
No.
You ate a man's trout.
I did not drink his Jack Daniels. The girl I brought
drank his Jack Daniels.
Yeah. Now, to her credit, when he said, literally, he goes, did you drink all my Jack Daniels? She was like, I am so sorry. Now, she's there with me. We're still friends. But she ran out, because this is a Seahawks preseason game, I think.
Right.
She runs out and actually got him a new fresh cocktail.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, all right.
Right. So he was fine, but you could just tell, right? Because he had been filming. Like
he was doing like a tailgating show for the Food
There's our buddy Jimbo, like with the cowbell. He's there. There's a bunch of food cooking.
Guys from Kansas City Barbecue were there that he knew. They just
came
in.
That one?
Maybe not.
I think this one was just like local tailgaters.
Okay.
But they had been there filming all frickin' day. So by that point, you know what I mean? He's just tired and spent. And then you could tell he just wants Jack and Coke, because I think that's like his drink. And then, my friend Molly, like, drank the last one. And, like, he just kind of caught her pouring it in there and was like, did you just drink my last Jack Daniels?
Sorry,
damn you.
It's all right. But like I said, she got him a fresh cocktail. Guy was good to go. Now, is everybody ready for some football?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Is it on?
Yes. I saw the first kickoff, and the Rams were doing stuff. Or the Bills were doing stuff.
Okay.
Ow.
Doing stuff.
Doing stuff.
Playing football.
Well, and we were talking earlier, like, and I get it, not everybody's a sports family. But I think even if you're not super into sports, like, NFL football just allows, like, kind of like family reunion. Like, in my family, you're going to have 5 to 6 family reunions every fall to go tailgate a Maryland game.
Right.
And I also think, Sunday NFL football brings a lot of people together.
Sure.
Hell, sometimes, because the summertime you have cookouts all the time. But, like, all right, if somebody's coming over on Sunday, you're going to make food. People are going to bring a dip.
If football's on, yeah. There's not a lot of times I'm dying to see my friends at 10 o'clock in the morning on the weekend.
Correct.
But if football's on, yeah, come on over, man.
And breakfast.
Right.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing, too, is that, like, generally on Sundays you have, like, a lazy day or whatever. But, like, when NFL football's on, and look, I'm going to sound like a psycho. Like, and I'm going to play soccer Sunday, but I'm going to get up at 9:55 to watch that 5-minute timer, and I cannot wait to have Scott Hansen back in my life.
Yes. I'm back.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how to explain it. He's just comfortable to me.
And I've got my Gatorade bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and then the other thing,
I'm peeing right now. Adult diapers. Don't
throw
worry
it out
about
the window,
me.
going on the highway 70 miles an hour. Do it under the desk.
Well, the thing I try to explain to people, too, about sports, which is fun, because, like, number one, like, there's a reason I still play, like, pub league soccer. Because there's 2 hours on Sunday, right? I just have to think about, like, pass, shoot, defend.
Right.
Right? I mean, as you can tell.
And there's girls there.
I don't dribble much.
You don't dribble much?
No. Jesus. That's not my game. But also, like, even when you're watching football, you know what I mean? It's just like, all right, let's take a 3.5 hour break. Like, I think I've told this story before, but, like, I grew up a huge Washington Commanders fan, right? So my grandma passed away. Now, this is after I missed the manicotti. But Washington and Dallas used to open up Monday Night Football every year. Yes. They would play, right? So we're all at the row house in D.C. Yeah, it's been sad, right? People are crying, this and that. My grandfather has barely said any words the whole time. But when that game's about to kick off, my uncles ran up to this specific store, got these subs, got some beers, and, like, for 3.5 hours, you would have forgotten that we were going to bury Grandma the next day.
Exactly.
Right, so that's what I like, too, about NFL football. Even if you don't care about it, you don't like the league, whatever your reasonings are, somebody invites you over on a Sunday to eat some food, have a couple beverages, go over. Yeah. Enjoy it.
You will have a good time. It's like a Super Bowl party. You don't even have to necessarily watch the game.
The Rock brought the game out tonight. Ozzy Osbourne's playing at halftime.
Correct.
There's going to be something there. Yeah, there's going to be something there.
Oh, yeah, Ozzy's the halftime entertainment.
That's wild.
I know. Think about that. Ozzy Osbourne.
Well, it's Los Angeles. All the other bands from L.A. are on tour.
Yeah. So obviously I'm a Seahawks fan. I am thinking about cheering for the Bills a little bit. And then also just because I have the ability to say it, like, just to hell with the Rams and Stan Kroenke. God, I hate that guy with a passion.
Yeah.
Is he the owner of the Arsenal?
Yes. He owns Arsenal. He owns the Rams. He owns a bunch of teams in Colorado. It's not, yeah. Arsenal's doing good this year. No thanks to him.
Okay.
Mike, I know you were fired up for Pinocchio. It's on Disney Plus.
All right.
Tom Hanks starring as Geppetto.
Watch his nose grow.
Also, obviously on NBC, you got the Rams hosting the Buffalo Bills. On paper, that should be a good game.
On paper.
If you're into sexy green things, episode 4 of She-Hulk. Attorney at Law. That's on Disney Plus.
Attorney at Law.
I know.
CSI. Thank you, Tim. We appreciate it. You're listening to The Men's Room.
The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go. If you go swimming high and naked in South Dakota, turns out you might be going to jail. Meanwhile, while getting your eyebrows tattooed, better wish for attention to detail. My sister had that done. And her like eyeliner and all stuff.
Oh, yeah.
All tatted up, yeah.
Yeah, just get it done. Yeah.
Fast food workers looking for a slow night tamper with the railroad tracks after snorting hot rails of meth. Florida man officially cracks. And a Florida man is pulled over by cops. He pulls out a 3-foot sword. It is time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my cop.
At the top story, we got a Texas where a mother in San Antonio just couldn't wait any longer. She had driven her child to school to drop them off, but became impatient when she needed to leave. She tried to jump out of the line of cars, but was instructed by an officer on duty in the area to get back into the line. She exclaimed that she didn't have any time for this, and she was late for work, and turned her car toward and into the officer, hitting him with her vehicle. The officer caught up to her before she made an escape, and she was arrested. You can't hit somebody with a badge, man. It's frowned upon.
You can't really do it to anyone.
You really can't.
Just a general rule.
It doesn't matter if you're late for work. Use your words.
Just call work, tell them you're going to be late.
Right.
It happened.
There's things, man.
I had to call work. This was years ago. I said, man, we're supposed to have a meeting was the whole thing. So I'm like, I call in. I'm like, dude, I'm running late. I'm very sorry. But here's the thing. Since I'm going to be late no matter what, I'm going to stop by McDonald's. Oh. Does anybody want anything? And everybody there ordered food. So then when I showed up now about 30 minutes late, nobody cared because they knew I had McDonald's.
Food was on the way. All right. Good call, sir. Well done. In other news, meanwhile, in Florida, a man deterred officers with an interesting weapon. He was parked partially in a bicycle lane, which prompted a talk with officers who found him reclined in his seat. Startled by officers, the man armed himself with his in-car weapon, a 3-foot steel sword that was near his center console.
Prepare.
Officers backed off after he drew the blade and attached a dragon head hilt to the bottom, which, gave it a plus attack of 4, warding him off by sticking the sword out of the window. They were able to subdue the man after a short incident and searched his car to find weed, meth, and a glass pipe in his possession.
That shocked me. It seemed like he'd just be on the level.
All right. That guy's a little crazy. No kidding.
More meth in Florida. Police got a call from a local resident about a man who had broken into their home. The break-in was fairly harmless, even showing the occupants that he was unarmed by lifting up his shirt. Regardless, they demanded that he leave, and he complied. But instead of walking away altogether, he sat himself outside of the house, screaming at the couple inside, making death threats, and eventually started banging on the windows. Police arrived and took him into custody after he also threatened to kill all of them as well. Always a great idea. He later told officers that he had previously, quote, snorted hot rails of meth.
Oh, hot ones.
The hot ones.
Okay, so not the normal meth. He heated it up.
If it was just the cold ones, he would have just left. But
I appreciate when people say stuff like that. I ain't just on drugs, dude. I did some hot rails of meth.
Snorted some hot rails of meth.
Wonder what that means.
Hot rails of meth?
Yeah.
That sounds like a metal band, doesn't it? Hot rails of
God,
meth.
Yeah, it does. Please welcome to the stage, Hot Rails of Meth. The drug fund...
They play really fast. Right? Every song is literally 90 seconds.
They all had shirts on, but no one had sleeves.
Oh, God. That one looks like he's singing, but he's not singing.
Now he's just chewing on a sandwich that he's not eating.
Like, right, what are they eating?
This is our song, No Teeth.
The drug fund continues. Authorities in South Dakota were called to a local river on reports of a naked woman. Oh, boy. She had managed to roll her car into a local field and was seen by witnesses abandoning the vehicle and running toward the river, where she eventually got naked and had herself a time in the water. Police were able to coax her out and take her to the hospital, but were eventually called back as she was making a scene, refusing to find a way home. Due to her prolonged state of intoxication on stimulants, she was placed under arrest.
Yeah, they said that was the real problem. Just like, look, just go home. No!
Right.
Like, oh, man, we don't want to arrest you because you're more than we want to deal with.
Exactly.
But if you're not going to go home, we have to arrest you.
No.
I don't want to do it. Just a hot-ass mess.
Good work, man. Good work. A woman in Thailand found out the hard way that it pays not to always take the cheap option. On a recommendation from a friend, she sought to have her eyebrows permanently on fleek by having them tattooed on her brow. She found herself an artist on the cheap and got the work done, but was left less than satisfied after she noticed that the tattoos were placed above her natural brows. And I do not mean that they tattooed them on them. No, You see her brows. You see the brows over them. So now she has 4. Good work.
But who's the tattoo? Cheap or not? Who's the tattoo artist that did not understand tattoo eyebrows?
For real.
And if you even thought that she wanted to have 4 eyebrows, you ask.
Clarify.
One of the guys that who's done a lot of my tattoos, I was just talking about his early days, and he goes, in the early days, you know, like anyone low man on the ladder, you get the worst customers. So this dude comes in, big bald dude, and he wants the Raiders tattoo.
Right.
No problem. He wants it on his forehead. Says, okay, that's what you want to do. So he goes, I go to put like the little template down, and he's like, nah, man, I want it off center.
Why in the world?
He said, look, it's your decision. So he asked the guy 3 times. He's like, well, you know, off center is going to look a little weird. He's like, nah, man, off center. I'll let you do it. He's like, hell yeah.
Okay.
That's what you want. But the point is, he asked.
Right. You need to make sure that you're going to have this garbage tattoo up here.
Right.
Okay.
No offense. That makes sense for a Raiders fan.
It does. Presto still matches where the brim of his hat is.
I met a Raiders fan this weekend, and he was like, you got to go to a game. I was like, I would, but I would dress in Raiders gear.
That is it for your headlines. With that, Mike Hawk is out.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it. That lovely Turn Daily's up next. We'll see you tomorrow for Bad Choice Friday and the return of Ted versus the FCC.
Yes, indeed. It's all true. But in the meantime, well, we be all about this bitch for 180 seconds or so. So until then, please do what you do best, and for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The men's room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network. Oh, man! A Double Flush production.